to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Hey folks, Clip Rock here, ready for the March Madness as we will have wall-to-wall coverage of the NCAA tournament Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday right here on Pirate Radio. Shirley Rhodes, who's your first round upset?
I got two this year, Providence over Kentucky, Vermont over Marquette.
How about the champion who will be cutting down the nets this year?
I got to go with Alabama. Roll Tide, baby.
Roll Tide. Catch all the action right here on Pirate Radio, your radio home for March Madness.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
It's me, Nancy Garcia.
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
Excitement time! Clam down! Clam down! Clam down! Clam down! Pirates are going dancing, baby!
They picked us last. They picked us last. And now we're going dancing. We're going dancing.
How about those friggin' Pirates?
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to Pirate Radio Live. We have a very aggressive open now. Clip Brock here inside the Pirate Radio studios on a Monday, a Victory Monday, coming off an ECU baseball sweep. We'll talk about that inside the Delcor Players Lounge today with three Pirate pitchers. We'll tell you about that in just a moment. Thanks for tuning in on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us on 1250, 930, also online, PR927FM.com. And watch the show on Facebook Live and YouTube. Thank you to the folks that were hanging out with us late night Saturday night on our ECU women's basketball watch along. The game didn't go like we wanted, but we did have a lot of fun. So thanks everybody for hanging out with us, and you can hang out with us today. Get in your questions or comments for the ECU baseball players or whatever else is on your mind, from March Madness to ECU spring football. Got a whole lot going on, and we'll talk about it all here on Pirate Radio. Garrett Saylor joining us to kick things off. He will join us here to kick off hour number one. Carter Spivey joining us in hour two, and Josh Gross got the W yesterday. He'll join us in hour three. Brian Bailey also a part of today's show. We got Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt, the big dog Glenn Griffin here with us as well, and your comments. And right now we'll welcome in East Carolina starter, reliever, wherever you need him, Garrett Saylor joining us. Garrett, how you doing, man?
Doing good.
Appreciate you joining us, coming off two good midweek starts for you. We'll talk about that, but first let's talk about what happened most recently. Beat a very good team this weekend, very good hitting team. Held their bats at bay. Very good pitching weekend. Got the sweep over Missouri State. You guys had to be fired up after that.
Yeah, it was a great win. We knew they were a good opponent coming in, so we had to stick to a strict game plan, and I felt like we stuck to that all weekend. Hitters did their job this weekend, and then obviously pitchers did their job too. It
was a team win across the board all weekend long, 16-4. After 20 games. Garrett, do you look at that at all? I know you look at your individual performance, how you're doing, how you can get better. How about overall as a team? 20 games in, 16-4.
Yeah.
That make you smile?
Yeah, of course it does. I mean, winning games is not easy in college baseball, so we're not really focused on our overall record, but we're just focused on winning baseball games.
Garrett, let's talk about your performances during the midweek since we've last talked to you. You got the start against Queens, I believe, and that you faced that Bagwell kid who decided to throw 129 pitches, I believe, and almost went the distance. Pirates able to get to him, get to the bullpen, win that game as they do. But you yourself, I know you got off to a bit of a struggle early, and then kind of the Garrett Saylor story. This is what he does: bounce back, face adversity, and able to gut out more innings, keep your team in the game, and it led to a win.
Yeah, I think those first 2 innings wasn't myself, and then that third inning I kind of got pissed off and hit a groove and went from there.
How about the start against William and Mary? 7 strikeouts, no walks. That's a number you want every game, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about the strikeouts, but I do care about the walks, and I want my walks to be low. So I'm just focused on attacking the zone and letting the hitters get themselves out. You
gave up 8 hits. How many of those were like solid contact hits?
There were a couple that were solid contact hits, but I mean, you did have a couple that found holes, but I mean, that's going to happen in baseball.
Like Josh Moylan yesterday, 4 for 4.
Yeah.
3 doubles, 2 doubles, and 2 singles, and 2 of those were bloops that he'll take, right?
Well, yeah,
it happens.
I would definitely take it.
And I guess the flip side of that is when you give up solid contact, and AMAC makes a stab down at third, or Riley Johnson makes a great catch, right?
Yeah, our defense is great right now. It's easy pitching, knowing that they're going to make the plays behind you.
And another thing you want to do midweek, you want to win the game, you want to have a good performance, but just eating innings, getting to the 6th inning is huge, especially in a 5-game week for you guys, right?
Yeah. I mean, usually midweeks are a staff day, but we've played some midweeks now that we're pitching into the 6th inning, which it's good. It saves our bullpen for the weekend. But yeah.
And throwing 82 pitches. When you go out there for a midweek start, does Cliff or AK, do they say, all right, give us 2, give us 3, or do they say, here's the ball, get us what you can?
Yeah, it's get what you can, but Coach G makes an emphasis about just closing out innings. So I'm going out there thinking I'm just going to throw 1 inning, and if I have enough, I'll go back out. So that's kind of my mindset, is just going inning by inning.
And, man, that has become a trend with this team. You during the midweek, and then we saw you Savage go lengthy the other night. Saw Gross yesterday do the same thing. Carter Spivey goes 5, which is a pretty good number as well. You get that quality start. So that has been a very good trend for this ECU pitching staff.
It's awesome. I mean, last year we kind of struggled with that. We had to go to our bullpen quite a bit last year. But this year, I mean, Trey, Spives, and Gross, it's awesome seeing them go out there, go in the distance, and it saves our bullpen throughout the season. So, yeah.
Each of the starters on the weekend go 100-plus pitches. You went 80-plus during your midweek start. Does the number increase as the year goes on? Does the arm feel any different?
I mean, that was only my second start of the year, so trying to still do the ramp-up process. Definitely, AK didn't want me to throw 100 pitches, which that would probably killed me. But, went 60 against Queens and then 80 the next week. So, yeah.
And were you available this weekend?
Yeah, I wasn't available on Friday or Saturday, but I was on Sunday.
Okay. And Groves did most of the work on Sunday, and which means you will be available. Do you know if you'll be getting the start on Wednesday?
I don't know.
You'll find out.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah, find out today or tomorrow.
And another big league park minor league park coming up for you guys. It'll be a big game against Campbell. Down in Fayetteville, kind of in Chandler's neck of the woods. Chandler, you're going to be going to that. Have you been to that ballpark before?
Yes, I have. It's the Fayetteville Woodpecker Stadium. It's a single A stadium, but man, it's a beautiful ballpark. They've got a bar in right field, and it's right there in the downtown area of Fayetteville. So you guys will like it. Have you ever been there?
No, it's new, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about, I would say, 3-4 years.
Yeah, I've never been there, but I've looked it up, and it looks pretty nice.
Yeah, so I think you guys are going to enjoy playing there.
And it's probably going to be another example, too, Garrett, where you leave the friendly confines of Clark LeClaire and you walk into an environment that is mostly Pirate fans.
Yeah.
Like you've done that a lot this year, right?
It feels like every game. Like it's weird, but it's awesome. Our fans are great, and it's great having them support us even on the road.
Yeah, and we saw that in Chapel Hill, which there were a lot of Tar Heel fans, but a ton of Pirate fans saw it, I'm sure, when you played against Queens, which after the game they even flashed up Pirates win, and I guess it was a neutral site.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, they flashed up Pirates win, and then they had like the LED lights that flickered.
Even in the Duke game, mostly Pirate fans.
Yes, mostly Pirate fans.
Just great to see the Pirate support, and folks were out there in the cold this weekend when those Missouri State bats went cold. So they had, I think, 30 home runs coming in maybe, and left Greenville with 30 home runs. Yeah. I mean, just pretty impressive to quiet those bats.
Yeah, I mean, our pitchers did a good job. AK had a good plan for us. But, yeah, I mean, they're a really good offense, but I felt like we held our own this weekend with them.
And every week it seems like the Pirates make a rally, and we talk about it every Monday, whether we're talking to you the hitters or you pitchers, that you got in that situation on Saturday. You're behind, but I mean the mood in the dugout had to be, we're going to win this game.
Yeah, I mean I think we've come from behind in like 8 games of our 20 or something like that. But like we never count ourselves out. We know we're going to find a way. We know we can find a way, so, yeah.
And it's not the only way you're winning games. Friday, pitcher's duel, and Savage does his job, the bullpen does their job, and you end up having to hang on to a lead. And kind of the same yesterday where you guys pile up some runs towards the end and make it look like a blowout. But you guys are finding different ways to win ball games.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not easy to win college baseball games, but, yeah, we're finding our way. We tend to feed off of like one base hit at a time, so and that just goes a long way with this program.
Garrett Saylor joining us. If you have a question for Garrett or a comment, you can get it in now. We'll read those a little bit later on in our segment, but a couple other news and notes. Congratulations, Trey Savage, the pitcher of the week in the American. I think Josh Groves took those honors last week, so y'all are just trading that around like the 90s Braves were trading awards with Glavin, Maddox, Smoltz. And also East Carolina in the top 10, staying in the top 10 in D1 baseball. And did I see in the top 10 now for Baseball America? Yes, I believe. And a lot of Pirate fans say Baseball America hates East Carolina and all that. Well, now they can't do anything but put them up there in the polls. Again, this is for people listening, not for you, Garrett. I know you don't care about this stuff.
No, not at all.
Doesn't matter where you are now. Matters where you are at the end. I went to, it was a lot of fun last Sunday to go to the women's basketball NCAA selection show reveal, and we were in that same room you guys were in when you found out that you were a national seed last year. And similar circumstances where we knew both in that baseball selection show and the women's show that East Carolina was getting in. We just didn't know where. But how about when you saw that? Well, let's go back to that. How surprised were you that you guys were top 8? Or not, maybe not how surprised, but like how amazing was that to see that you were top 8?
It was amazing to see that. I mean, I wouldn't say we didn't think we could be in it, but yeah, it was awesome to see that we were a national seed.
You're definitely thinking we're going to host a regional.
Yeah. I mean, we obviously thought we were going to host a regional. We didn't know we were going to host a super regional, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, you see that moment, and how quickly does it go from celebrating to all right? Let's focus. Did Cliff let you cheer for a little while, a couple days? Or
we had that day because. We had that day.
And that was a Monday when you guys do it,
Yeah, we had that day to cheer about it and then practice on Tuesday.
Yeah, and get right back to work. And what a fun couple of weekends that was in Greenville. We hope to have that coming up later on this calendar year if the Pirates can keep on rolling. All right, Garrett Saylor is here. Once again, if you have a question, get it in. We've got a few questions on Twitter we're going to get to. And I have a question that I've been meaning to ask you since the beginning of the season. I forget every Monday. This kind of goes along with that. But Chad says, Garrett, are you a hat guy or a shoe guy?
Hat guy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be one or the other. It could be both. But how many hats do you own, do you think?
Oh, I kind of feel like I'm a hat and shoe guy because I have a lot of shoes. I probably have maybe 15, 20 hats.
Yeah, that are in the rotation that you can wear?
Usually it's like a rotation between 5.
Yeah, I got
some old ones that I don't wear anymore.
You got to narrow it down.
Yeah.
How about the shoes? Like what kind of, what are your favorite shoes that you own?
The On Clouds are the shoes that I've been wearing recently. They're most comfortable, but those, I got some Adidas shoes, but yeah, those are kind of my rotation.
My question is, it's a multi-part question. First of all, what color is your glove?
Color? Well, on the website when I was designing it, it said mint green.
Okay.
So when I got it, it was like teal.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of like faded back into the mint green. The one.
All right. Question 2: why the green?
Cooch got a mint glove last year, and I really liked it. And I was like, this is last year. Kind of want to go all out, so went with the mint green.
Okay. All right. And that's what I was gonna say. So you guys, did they like bring gloves to you?
No, so with our deal with Rawlings, they send out a link, and then we go on like the glove customizer, and we can customize it like on a laptop, on a phone.
So what all are you customizing within the glove?
We customize the web, the color of the glove, the stitching, the laces, the patches.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we customize the whole thing.
Does it have like your name autographed on it or anything?
Yeah, you can put that. You can customize it like that. Yeah.
All right. Cool. What's the best way to break in a glove? How do you break in your glove?
I just play catch with it. Like some people. Well, I used to run it under like hot water just to form it, and then I just play catch with it. But I don't like when I see people steam their gloves. That kind of just ruins the leather. I don't like hitting it with a mallet. Some of the guys on the team will go to the hitting indoor and just catch balls off the machine to break.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So, yeah,
that used to be fun, getting a new glove and then I don't know, you like put a ball in it, tie a rubber band around it.
My dad used to do that for me when I was young.
Yeah, we're old.
Yeah,
that's the old school way of doing it. Like drive over with a car or something like that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And then that was getting a new glove. That was fun. And then I got a Wilson A2000 that I used like ever since I went from like Little League to the big ballpark, basically Babe Ruth in high school. And just having that same glove for like 10 years was awesome too.
Yeah, I had one of those gloves when I was young. But now like we get a new glove every year.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, you filled your position. You take pride in it, but you're not getting a whole lot of balls hit your way.
No.
So it's about looks at this point almost.
That's right.
All right, there's the story behind the mint green teal back to mint green glove.
Yeah, Coach C doesn't like it too. he just said as long as I pitch good.
Yeah. You start giving up hits and walks, you're going to have to go to a brown, boring glove.
I'll go to my last year glove.
What, you got the white-ish cleats? What is it, this year, or what are you wearing this year?
I'm wearing they're like white and purple.
Yeah.
Like mostly purple.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And you guys choose your own cleats too?
I mean, Adidas gives us like cleats but we don't get to customize our own cleats. But yeah, they just give them out before the season starts.
Saw you break out the pinstripe jerseys this week while we're talking fashion. I've heard, in fact, Spencer Brickhouse, I think, talked about this, that they are some of the most appealing to look at for Pirate fans. Pirate fans love them. I've heard they were a little uncomfortable. Is that true to you? Or?
I mean, they're a thick jersey. I mean, I definitely think they look good. But they're one of those, like, anytime we wear like a full button-down jersey, it tends to like come out at like you have to constantly like keep tucking it in. But I mean, I don't have a problem with them.
And I believe it's the first time we've talked since you guys broke out the powder purples.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, good job keeping that under wraps. We were here 2 Mondays ago about to wrap up the show, and Chandler saw it on social media, and you and Spivey and Groves didn't say anything about it. No. So good work by you guys.
Groves didn't even know about them.
And he was upset he wasn't in the promo.
Yeah.
I think it was you and a couple. It was 2 other players.
Was Hoover in it?
Yeah.
And JC.
Yep. I think that's
yesterday. That was good. I liked that one.
Oh, the video?
Yeah, the video.
Yeah, that was good. You couldn't see Josh Moylan in a sombrero, but he was in the room.
Moylan was in there?
We're going to have to do another one with him because it was Hoove up front, JC, myself, Chandler, and there's a man in the back with a sombrero jumping up and down. That's Moylan.
Hoove was in it too?
Hoove is right up front.
I really only saw JC.
Yeah, he kind of stole the show. Hoove was right up front.
I got to go back and watch it then.
I'm surprised with a man of the stature of Hoove, you didn't see him.
Yeah,
big fella. All right, let's see. Adam So I saw this with, I feel like this is a sacrifice thing because I saw it with a bunt too. But Adam says, I noticed after a Hoover sac fly RBI, he was picked up and carried back to the dugout, high-fiving everyone. Is that something new or improvised on the spot?
We used to do. I remember my freshman year when we did it, but like after somebody gets like a sac RBI, sac fly, whatever it is, like we go and pick them up, like meaning we go and high-five them, congratulate them. But we've kind of made it into a joke, like literally pick them up.
Yeah.
So we had Jake Hunter do that.
Figuratively picking them up, now literally picking them up, like they picked the team up. I used to love the sacrifice would get the mini traffic cone too.
Well, I mean, we can't use props now, so.
Yeah. No, which if you saw our video, that's what we were making fun of earlier today. All right, good questions. If you got a question for Garrett Saylor, you can get it in now. Let's take a break. We'll come back and we'll ask some of those Twitter questions and look at the week ahead. Big one against Campbell coming up on Wednesday, and then George Mason coming to town this weekend as getting closer and closer to conference play. We'll take a timeout, come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live, Delcor Players Lounge Monday. Back with you after this.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com. Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
Bud Light was brewed to be delicious and easy to drink beer, even when little things in life are hard, like when the game is going into overtime, but you have even more time to enjoy it in a fresh Bud Light. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local retailer today. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
At U.S. Cellular, you can get one line for just $29.99 with unlimited data, which is good news for you, friendly hermit who shuns society and lives in a cabin all by himself.
Wow, thanks. You know, you'd be surprised how much data a hermit goes through.
Actually, I'm not that surprised at all. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Atavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Atavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Atavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit AtavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Atavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Atavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low, low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
This is Xavier Smith, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Order new Jersey Mike's subs on the mobile app and get delivery right to your home, or save time and order ahead to skip the line to pick up from your nearest Jersey Mike's sub location. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Intern Alexis just left with her scooter. She's about to scoot around downtown Greenville. I don't know, that's an interesting way to get around. I've never done that.
I think it's pretty cool, actually.
Other than like up and down the driveway as a kid, maybe.
It's a popular thing on campus for people to. They used to have those scooters that you had to pay for. Do they still have those, Gary?
No.
They got
used
rid
to have
of
the
them.
bikes too.
I remember the bikes.
Well, they got rid of those.
Apparently, some folks were
People had a
throwing
little
them
too
off
much
of
fun.
buildings and throwing them into the river.
You could hop on one of those little like robot delivery things.
I was going to ask Garrett about
you ain't
those.
getting anywhere anytime fast.
Have you used one of those to order food or anything?
No, I'm not. Because I mean, it'll take you 45 minutes just to get your food because those things go about 5 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That
Maybe
and
not
it's
even
a
that.
whole nother level of laziness, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I saw on Twitter like a couple weeks ago. One was in like the creek at the end of College Hill, at the bottom of College Hill.
I saw one get run over by like a train.
Yeah.
It's very sad. Those robots have feelings.
Yeah.
I apologize.
I don't like it, man. I'm scared of robots taking over the world. I've seen too many. I've seen Westworld. I've seen iRobot. I've seen all those sci-fi movies. We're getting closer to that being a reality, folks. I know humans ruin everything, but robots can too. All right, let's get back to Garrett Saylor, who joins us here in the Pirate Radio studios. We'll talk March Madness brackets. What a fun 4 days of basketball. We'll update the Pirate Radio standings in the bracket challenge. No real surprise who's on top, Garrett, but I mean, you know, some things that's the way it's supposed to be. But right now we're inside the Delcor Players Lounge. And Garrett, we like to take questions from the audience each and every week. A lot of food-related questions each and every week.
Always food.
Because that's something we all have in common. We all eat. So people are interested about that.
Love to eat.
I love this question from Gay Stalling. She asked it last week to the hitters. We'll ask the pitchers this week. What is your favorite home-cooked meal?
My mom makes a good poppy seed chicken. It's kind of like a chicken casserole. That's probably my favorite home cooked meal.
Could you describe what's in the casserole?
So obviously chicken, and then it's like cream, some type of soup.
Yeah.
And then cheese and like breadcrumbs are all over it.
I could go for that. Speaking of chicken, how do you like your chicken? Fried, baked, or grilled?
Probably fried.
All right.
I like fried chicken.
Yeah, especially as a pitcher for ECU baseball. You get those 10 strikeouts.
Yeah, I would get
a free chicken leg.
Yeah, I'll steal somebody's ticket and get a free chicken leg.
I was calling Josh Gross the chicken man, but he was the only starter this weekend that didn't pitch on a 10 strikeout day.
Yeah, he. I think he did last weekend.
Yeah, he did.
This weekend he only had 5, which is fine.
And we'll talk to him about that. I heard his post game with Coach O, and Coach O pointing out how well he was, pitching to contact, soft contact, weak contact. So more than and how about you, Garrett? You like those ground ball outs? You're also run up the strikeouts, but hey, however you get the out, right?
Yeah, I mean, when you get those ground ball outs, pop fly outs, your pitch count is more likely to be down, which is good. You get out of the inning quicker, but I mean, obviously the strikeout's pretty cool too.
Garrett, are you an Android or iPhone guy?
iPhone.
Okay. Toilet paper roll, over or under? We were talking about this.
Talked about this earlier. Never really thought about it, but I think over.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. I didn't know it was a thing until working here at Pirate Radio, and Troy is a germaphobe, and made sure that when you put the toilet, and it makes sense now that I think about it, you put the toilet paper roll in its holder. Make sure it's going over. You're pulling it from over rather than under. So there you go. Learned something new. Yeah. So one thing I've learned all these years being here at Pirate Radio. There's a question about message boards and hoist the colors. Garrett, you don't bother yourself with that?
No.
Although there are a lot of good hitting tips up there, I must say.
Yeah.
Alec Makarevich, somebody got on him, and then he went 4 for 4 with 2 home runs.
Yeah, I'm sure AMAC saw that.
And then this week, somebody said we need to bench Jacob Jenkins Coward alongside with Lane Hoover, and then JC homered his next at bat. So really, it's all about motivating you guys. That's what it's all about.
Some of our fans can be a little ruthless.
16-4, top 10, all these regionals and super regionals, but
you got Hoove, a 300 career hitter.
You guys can do better.
Yeah, I don't want to bench him.
Okay.
JC's gonna have a good year too. So
I think so. I think I think everybody's doing pretty good at this point. And then Ryan, this is. Do you know this reference? This is Will Ferrell doing Harry Carey on Saturday Night Live in the '90s. He says, "If you were a hot dog and you were starving, would you eat yourself?" It's a good question.
Yeah, it's good. I probably not. If I eat myself, I die. I guess.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe like little bites at a time.
Right. Yeah. Just kind of nibble.
Yeah. Just a little nibble. On
the arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in that scenario, do you still have like veins? Like what?
Yeah.
What does the innard of your hot dog skin consist of?
Yeah.
Because if it's all just hot dog, you could nibble for a while.
Yeah.
Before you lose everything. So, great question. Good answer, Garrett Saylor. If you guys have any, feel free to chime in on Facebook or YouTube. Craig, this is an interesting question. What charity is most important to you and why? Or let's say you one day have a financial windfall. What would you donate your money to?
Probably childhood cancer research. I had one of my best friends growing up. We were 12 when he was diagnosed with brain cancer, and he passed away when we were 14. But, yeah.
All right, childhood cancer. Yeah, great cause, good answer. All right, I'm going to try to get Garrett to answer this. So he said, this was Craig, said, I know the next opponent is always most important. But do you mind if we look at the schedule, could you name an opponent you're looking forward to facing? So Campbell's number one.
Yeah, Campbell is number one. Looking forward to facing.
And then you got, let's see, you got another UNCW game.
I want the revenge against UNCW. NC State is always something to look forward to. Obviously, that's right in conference. ODU, pretty good opponent. Always have a really good offense. I think Charlotte is going to be a good game too. We get to play that at Truist Park in downtown Charlotte,
which is awesome. You got these huge conference series going on, but we're talking about a lot of these midweek games.
Yeah, these midweek games are really important, and we're facing really good teams. But yeah,
I've probably asked you this, Garrett. What team do you want to beat the most in the league? Who's in the league the most chattery? Was it Tulane, you guys said, or who was it that you?
I mean, last year we didn't have a good series against Tulane, so yeah, I think going into this year we're gonna want to have a better series there. But yeah, I think Tulane has been the most chatty. Like I would say our conference is pretty good with stuff like that. But yeah, Tulane would probably be one I'm looking forward to.
All right. All right. Hey, look, thank you for answering that honestly. But obviously the most important game is the next one. Oh, sorry. That was Adam who asked that question, not Craig. Craig, you get no credit, although your charity question was good too. Thank you for your questions today. Let me look back and see if we had any last week for the hitters that I can pass along to you guys. From a week ago, somebody asked about Josh Gross's grill. Chris Cunningham wanted to know why his grill always looked that dirty.
No, no, it doesn't. No, Gross. Me and Gross actually, he he cooks it. But I go over to their house like once a week. We grilled out a salmon the other night.
Okay.
Usually it's steaks, but he's got a Blackstone, but he keeps that thing clean.
All right, so there's two sides to every story.
Yeah.
Sometimes three sides, but that's Garrett's opinion on the matter. This one got some controversy last week. In fact, they got Cliff Godwin tweeting about it. We asked the hitters, the best, Steve said the best player all time in each of the big four sports. And we had a basketball debate going. But let's run through those real quick. First of all, do you follow hockey at all?
No.
All right, so we'll go Wayne Gretzky for that one. He is the great one.
Yeah, obviously.
All right, so Garrett, in your opinion, best, let's go football player of all time, NFL player.
What position or like all around?
See, it's so difficult to do.
Yeah.
You could easily say Brady because he has all the rings, but
I would say Brady for quarterback.
yeah. How about best non-quarterback though? In your opinion?
I feel like if Bo Jackson would have played for longer, he would be the best.
I like that answer. Bo knows.
Yeah.
All right. How about baseball? MLB.
Right now it's Mike Trout, but all time.
One could argue.
Yeah.
By the way, Shohei Ohtani is the best player.
Shohei all around best player probably. Yeah.
And then all time the guys went Babe Ruth. I think Moylan might have said King Griffey Jr.
I would not go Babe Ruth, just because it's different time period.
Yeah. Tough to judge those.
Moylan's answer is pretty good. I like King Griffey Jr.
Griffey definitely made baseball cool when I was a kid. Just the swing, the backwards hat. Seattle had like the cool uniforms and everything. All right, hoops. Best NBA player of all time.
It's so hard. But I see like these videos all the time of like people comparing, and there was one the other day. It was about they were saying like people aren't scared. They respect LeBron, but they don't fear LeBron, but they fear Jordan. So I think I'm gonna have to go Jordan.
All right, there you go. Some people like that answer, some don't. It is controversial.
Coach G will like that answer.
Stay in his good side at least for the next few months. All right. Yeah, we asked the hitters. Martin asked, do chicks dig the long ball? I guess as a pitcher, chicks dig the strikeout.
The long ball, yeah.
I tell you what, dudes dig a ground ball to first and the pitcher has to cover. Beautiful play in baseball.
Yeah, I like that.
You guys do a good job. Y'all practice that a lot? Y'all do a great job.
Yeah, we practice that a whole lot.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's routine to you guys. Moylan flip to the pitcher. Beautiful thing. Let's see. Favorite sport to watch or play other than baseball? So first we'll go watch. What's your favorite sport to watch other than baseball?
Other than baseball. I like college football. I like watching college football.
All right. And then, oh, yeah, we've already asked you that. I've asked you that 2 weeks ago. All right. Fair enough. What's on your playlist right now, your go-to song?
I don't know. The Morgan Wallen's new album's pretty good. I think it's Hoover's new Walkout, but
yeah, I heard that this weekend.
180 Lifestyle is pretty good right now.
All right, going with that. I saw. Does Taylor Swift have a new album, or is she just on tour? I saw J.J. Watt talking about it.
I like the old T Swift.
The new T Swift's not good.
I actually haven't heard it, but I like the old T Swift.
Speaking of which, how did Pirate Idol go a couple weeks ago? We haven't got an update on that.
It was good. Had some pretty good singers up there. Well,
who was the standout?
Who did we pick that won? Willie Lumpkin wasn't bad. Jordan Little surprised us. He gave us a good show.
What was the song? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember the song. Nate Chrisman, freshman infielder, he did a really good job. He got into it.
All right. I like. By the way, speaking of walk-up songs, I like Rasmussen's "Fergie." That is way out of left field.
I like it. All these new guys, the new hitters. I like Dixon's walkout. I like Chrisman's walkout.
I'm just curious how somebody his age has a somewhat random Fergie song from like the mid 2000s.
It seems kind of out of.
It does, but I enjoy it. I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Good stuff. All right, Garrett, big week on tap. Got some revenge against Campbell coming up, and then George Mason this weekend. But how about the Camels? What do you remember about the first outing, the 6-5 loss in extra innings?
Yeah, I mean, they're a really good team. I think they're ranked now, but I mean, they're gritty, man. They always want to beat us. It's kind of like a in-state rivalry with them now. But yeah, I mean, the last time we played them, we walked a bunch of guys, and we didn't play to our standard. And I know if we play to our standard, we have a good chance of winning.
Kind of been a common theme. It's easy to say, it's very simplistic, but avoid the walks. You guys are beating just about everybody.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes things don't go our way, but yeah, if we limit walks, then more likely to win ball games.
George Mason coming in with a winning record this weekend, sitting at 11-8 on the year, and I know you learn more about the teams as we get closer to the games, right?
Yeah. I really don't know anything about George Mason. I think this will be my first time playing against them in my 5 years. I know Coach P went to George Mason, so but yeah, I haven't really. I'm not really focused on them right now. We'll focus on them after we play Campbell.
Take care of the Camels on Wednesday. George Mason coming up this weekend. Garrett, thanks for hanging out with us, man. Good luck this week. Keep up the good work, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Garrett Saylor, Big 3-6, joining us here to kick off a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live inside the Delcor Players Lounge. You can give them a call, 321-8868. The service professionals will take care of you if you need plumbing help, all your HVAC needs. Delcor, they've been doing it for a long, long time, over 50 years of experience. 321-8868. Visit online at delcorinc.com. Take a time out, come back, talk a little NCAA tournament. We got some audio to get to as well from Mike Houston this weekend, as week one of, the first half week anyway, of spring football is in the books. We'll hear from Mike Houston, Mason Garcia, Jalen Johnson, and Julius Wood. We'll talk some NCAA tournament as well. Carter Spivey joining us in about 20 minutes. It's all ahead on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Atavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Atavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Atavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit AtavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Atavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Atavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
To keep your bodies active and engaged in the activities that you love, you need a good stretch. And at Bodies in Balance, that's the mission they follow to give you the best quality of life. The team at Bodies in Balance can create a stretch or massage program that is right for you, featuring aromatherapy, hot stones, hot towels, cupping, percussion, and myofascial work at no extra cost if requested. And don't forget to mention Pirate Radio and get your first massage for $1 per minute and your first stretch free. Call today at 916-4530 and check them out online at bodiesinbalance.com. Wally's 2 Kettle Corn in Winterville is where you can find the tastiest popcorn around. Make it a movie night at home with Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. They have over 50 flavors to choose from, including classics like cheddar, caramel, and my favorite, better butter. Or try their specialty flavors such as Chicago Style, Wintergreen Mix, and MJ's Cheesecake. Wally's 2 also caters, so if you're hosting a party or event, satisfy your company with delicious popcorn. Check them out on Facebook or stop by and see Wally today on Fire Tower Road across from Sam Jones Barbecue. Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. Make it a poppin' day.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates.
Hey, Pirate Nation.
everyone. Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Hey, Pirate fans, this is Coach Mike Schwartz. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for our athletes at ECU for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. They also provide urgent orthopedic care on the weekends. For experienced and professional services, call the folks at Orthopedics East at 757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
This is Marcus Crandall, former ECU Pirate and Grey Cup champion. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006, and they are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, get your questions in for the players who will be joining us on the Delcor Players Lounge on this Monday. Carter Spivey in about 15 minutes, and Josh Groves an hour and 15 minutes from now. Jansen, I missed your question to Garrett. I will ask the other folks coming in today. Your question was, what is the greatest upset in sports history? We saw one just a few nights ago as Fairleigh Dickinson took down Purdue. Also, Princeton. Now it's become commonplace to see a 2 beat a 15, but Princeton taking down Arizona was a shocker, especially to me, having Arizona so far in my bracket. Speaking of brackets, Shirley, can I get a little NCAA tournament, CBS, March Madness music, please, ma'am, and thank you. Wow. They don't do that anymore. They don't break out the electric
Not
guitar.
like it used to be.
It just ain't as good as it used to be.
Those were the good old days.
Let's run down the bracket standings here in the
let's do it.
Pirate Radio office. Coming in with 25 points in last place, Jenny Shelton. I think I could sneeze on a bracket and my snot particles form into letters and get 25 points. Coming in next to last place, Brian Bailey and that sort of thing. He's more of a women's tournament guy. He was covering ECU women on Saturday night, so I don't blame him. Coming in tied for 8th with 32, the big dog, Glenn Griffin. More like the little puppy. And intern Carson. Where's that guy? Never even see that dude.
He came to tribute that one night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, he's been here.
He's
been
here? He's still here? All right. I'm just roasting everybody. Coming in, it's tied for 7th. Bah. I mean...
Yeah, no.
I can...
Yeah, no.
I can tell you don't watch a lot of college basketball. Mike Mullis tied with Mr. Ivy League Princeton himself, Bryce Williams, who did have that pick. So I'll give him credit for that. Coming in and 6th, self-proclaimed sports guy, Chandler Honeycutt. More of a college football guy. Let's say you're a college football guy, not a college hoops guy.
I'll take that, but I want to consider myself I want to be more diverse than just college.
Yeah, I know you want to, but there's a difference.
If there was one sport that you're going to put a stamp on,
yeah,
for me, and college football, you tell me college football, I'm fine with that.
All right, put a stamp on that. Coming in at 5th, more of a sports guy, more of a college hoops guy than Chandler, Wes Hines, with 35 points. Tied for 4th, Soup Boy Patrick Mason, Stephen Igo from Hoist the Colors, and Hunter Ellerby, former bracket champion. Coming in tied for 3rd, Morgan Ehlers and Jonathan Ellerby. 2nd place with 39 points, sports gal Shirley Rhodes.
You know it?
Well, that means, I guess I know who's
There's only
first.
one name left. Only one name who has scored more than 40 points. One name 7 points higher than 2nd place, and that would be, and look, this is not a horn toot situation. This is me reading the standings as they are. Clip Brock, 46 points. Dominant effort in the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament, lapping the field.
Now, keep in mind,
Okay.
there could be a shuffle at the top.
Sure.
Because you only have 2 of your final 4 left.
Very correct.
So do I.
Okay.
But you have Texas winning.
Mm-hmm.
I have Alabama winning.
Yeah.
So there is a possibility I could overtake you for the championship.
Sure.
But it is a long shot.
I don't think I'm in a great spot here with Texas going all the way. I still have Gonzaga as a Final Four team as well. My right side of the bracket was almost perfect. I missed one game, and then I left a game blank.
Yes. And see,
I gave y'all a free space.
Yep. You lost 2 points by not having a winner identified in the bracket.
Yeah, the Pitt-Creighton game, I did not pick a winner. I was waiting to see what would happen in the first 4 with Pitt, and then I picked Pitt to win their first round game, and for some reason didn't pick the next one. So I lost a couple of points there. I could have even a bigger lead.
And honestly, I actually surprised myself when I was checking the brackets this morning to do our point totals, because I honestly thought my bracket had been obliterated in the first round, because I had picked Vermont as an upset over Marquette. I had picked Providence to make a run. I should have picked Princeton instead. I was like, what if I meant Princeton and just picked Providence? But either way, and of course, Virginia got me, and there was one other team. Oh, Duke.
There were so many upsets, though, that everybody's bracket was busted.
Oh, yeah. But I really thought mine took a nasty, tumble, and I was like, watch me end up dead last, and thank goodness I'm not.
I went into a complete basketball hibernation. I came up for air Saturday night to do the women's watch along, and Sunday to do a little PA at Clark LeClaire Stadium. Outside of that, watched every game, had action on just about every game, and it was fantastic. And I look forward to it again next year. Thursday is going to be awesome. The West is absolutely tremendous.
Stacked.
Arkansas, who I love Arkansas, taking on UConn with Newton, the big dude, Sonogo. UConn is stacked. That is going to be an absolute war. And then more of a dainty war, a finesse war later that night. Gonzaga, UCLA. We have seen these teams play epic games in the NCAA tournament. You had the Final Four game from a couple years ago. And then when Morrison was crying on the court, I believe that was Gonzaga, UCLA.
Yeah.
When UCLA came back to beat Gonzaga, and Adam Morrison was making that face because he knew he was going to get drafted by Charlotte and flame out and never do anything. And he was right. It all happened that way.
I mean, some players peak in college and some don't.
Yeah, and that's fine. We're seeing a lot of those players in this tournament. Like Timmy from Gonzaga. I don't think he's going to be a great pro. Awesome college player. You've got a lot of examples of that. But Man, I am really looking forward to Thursday night with those two games specifically. Kansas State was really fun to watch take down Kentucky yesterday. They played Michigan State 6:30 TBS Thursday, followed by FAU and Tennessee as the Fairleigh Dickinson run came to an end, unfortunately, last night to the hands of FAU. Friday, I like this game just because San Diego State plays a style that is tough for teams. Alabama probably has too much offensive artillery, but San Diego State, very good defensive team. They like to play their style. They just manhandle teams. Interested to see if they can out-physical Alabama. That's 6:30 on Friday. Chandler, we love the U this time of year.
Yes, sir.
Miami. Everybody said 12-5, give me Drake over Miami. Even me. But Chandler, on Friday, I said,
night.
You know what, Chandler? I know you're riding with them, and I don't care what everybody says. I don't care about the experts calling this upset. I'm riding with the U.
The experts, the people, everybody, they tried their best.
Drake.
They knew how much we loved Miami. They knew how much we rode with Miami in the past for the past couple of years. They said, for a third year, guys, come on, don't do it. And we say, get off of me. Get off. Get off of me. We said, we're going with the U, baby. Give us the U plus the points. And then last night, I said, you texted me. Or I texted you. I said, we got to ride with Miami, right?
Oh, I was already on it.
Oh, you was like, yep. And I said, let's do it. Miami money line, book it.
And we booked it.
And we
booked
booked
our
it, and we
trip
cashed
to
out.
the Sweet 16. Why do we like Miami? Because 2 years ago, we were on it from the ground floor when they were like a 13 seed in the ACC tournament.
They were the 13th
They were
seed. They were
terrible.
playing the very first day.
Yeah.
It was day basketball here at the studio. And we took them, and then for like 4 or 5 straight days, we took them. And then last year, we kind of picked up where we left off. And
had a real chance to win the ACC championship.
I put a future
Yeah.
on the Hurricanes, and they ended up making it to the semifinals of the tournament. I think they lost to Virginia Tech, who ended up winning the ACC tournament. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Could have been Duke.
it could have been Duke. But they did lose, and then I might have bet on them a few times in the tournament, and doing the same this year. So a lot of fun.
Well, if you're going to take them, you're going to get 7 points on Friday because Houston is a 7-point favorite in that one. Houston flexing their muscle down 10 at halftime and then came out and played Houston Cougars defense and got enough offense to get that win over Auburn, who was playing in front of their home crowd. 9 o'clock on Friday. This sounds more like chess national championship. Princeton and Creighton. Sounds very proper. Creighton, 9.5-point favorites. They took down State in the first round. Baby T went off. He had like 28.
Oh, no, he had more than that.
29?
30? He had, I want to say, like 32 or 33 points.
Either way.
He had
that
a
was
heck
not
of a
enough.
game, but unfortunately, and you could see on the sidelines, he was so unbelievably frustrated.
Oh, yeah, he was punching a chair.
He punched a chair. I don't know what he was doing to a water cooler, but I don't know if he was yelling at it or something.
He had
but
32.
32, yeah. I was like 32 or 33 points,
in
yeah.
the win.
But Princeton,
or the loss, rather.
Princeton and Creighton, they're going to be playing against each other. They're going to be yelling like very big words. And instead of it's going to be like, excellent, fantastic.
You're such an egomaniac.
There's my layup, and I'm going to have a plethora of free throws.
Furthermore,
SAT language in that game.
In so doing,
Is Creighton an academic school, or to me they just kind of sound like it? I know Princeton is. And then this one should be fun. Xavier can score a lot of points. Texas is a title contender. They'll meet up coming up late night on Friday. So that is your Sweet 16, as I will try to hold my lead in the Pirate Radio Bracket Challenge.
what is that upon you? Oh, that's just the eyes of Texas.
Oh.
We'll talk women's hoops later on in the show as East Carolina fell to Texas. I don't know if fail is the right verb, but
Free fall.
They're good. They're big, and they can shoot. They've got things you want to win in a basketball team. Big inside play, and we're dead eye from three the other night.
Yeah,
it was an onslaught, and they were very, very impressive. But doesn't take away from what Kim McNeil and her team did this season, trying to track down Kim McNeil and get her on to recap the season. Planning to talk next Tuesday to Mike Schwartz, recapping his first season here in Greenville and talking about the upcoming offseason. So got that coming up soon here on Pirate Radio. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back hour 2, Pirate Radio Live. We'll get your questions in for Carter Spivey and for Josh Groves, who will be joining us later on in the show. Chad wants to talk Panthers with Chandler. We'll do that when we have a moment as well. Brian Bailey joining us hour 2. Lot to do.
I think we have a potential guest.
Yeah.
Oh,
1 second.
Well, you got a phone call before we go to break. All right, let's see what we got here. Caller, you are on the air.
Who is this?
Hello, Clip.
Now, what is it? Yes.
You're on the air, bud.
You're on the air.
It's Bryce.
Bryce, what's up, buddy?
I was saying you couldn't tell it was me by my voice.
I thought it was somebody doing a character or something. That's how much of a character you are, Bryce.
Honestly, that's how I sounded when I answered the phone and you said, "What's up?" And I went, "Okay, what do you want?"
I thought it sounded like he had a British accent. Clip, hello, hello, Clip, hello.
Hey, I honestly was tuning in, and y'all were talking about you're supposedly in the lead.
Supposedly? There's no supposedly to
He's
it.
calling you out.
Where am I standing? I feel like I've had some decent ups.
Okay, I ran down the whole standings, and I gave you credit. I'm calling you Mr. Ivy League for your Princeton pick.
Dang it, I must have tuned in just late.
You're tied for 7th, Bryce.
Gum.
Yeah. Chandler, who's Bryce got? Do you remember? Check Bryce's Final Four and champion real quick.
Indiana?
Oh, that might not be good. But yeah, you got the upset, Bryce. You got Princeton, and I was keeping you up to date on that the other day.
Man, 7th. I was feeling pretty hopeful. I just had Arkansas beating Kansas and all this. And
what's he got left, Chandler?
He's got Arkansas. He's got Kansas State and Indiana in the championship game.
Kansas State's still there.
Kansas State's still in the tournament, but Indiana is not. That's your champion.
Yeah.
Dang, Indiana, the whole Hoosiers let me down.
Miami took them boys down to Chinatown last night.
I shouldn't have played my guess with the movie.
Yeah, those were high school kids. They got lucky, and you rode them too far.
Dang it!
All right, hey.
I just want to give a buzz.
You coming in tomorrow?
Yes, sir. Like snot on a log.
Like a what on a log? A what?
Snot on a log.
Snot on. Okay, all right. Well, we'll see you then. Snot and all.
All right.
There he is, Mr. Ivy League himself, Bryce Williams, joining us on the show. I gave him. He didn't hear me run through the standings, I guess, but I did give him credit. All right, let's take a break. Carter Spivey warming up in the pen. Shirley, I want to compliment you on your hat. Is that Pitt Community?
Well, yes, it is.
I like that hat.
Thank you.
That whole thing?
This whole thing?
Yeah. It's cool
yeah,
hat.
I did PA for Pitt Community College softball yesterday, and got a little swag from the coach, who happens to be a very good friend of mine.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
nice
that.
hat. New lid.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Carter Spivey joins us, Delcor Players Lounge. Back with you after this.
Well, hit the center. Let's watch that one. How far will it go? Wow, Murphy.
Hey, baseball fans, when's the last time you met a 2-time National League MVP and a 7-time Major League Baseball All-Star? Well, your chance is now, as Pirate Radio is bringing Dale Murphy, legendary Atlanta Brave, to Greenville on Sunday, April 2nd. Table sponsorships and ticket information's online now at pr927fm.com. Don't miss your chance to meet a living legend and hear Dale Murphy talk about his career, leadership, and there'll be a question-and-answer session. It's Dinner with Dale Murphy, Sunday, April 2nd. Details online now at pr927fm.com. Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates. They're open every day and have live music every night, along with 18 big screen TVs to watch all your favorite sporting events. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesdays, it's line dancing. Thursday night is the dance party with DJ Kid Scene. And live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for more information on scheduled events, and we'll see you at the Buck.
Take control of your health today with ArcPoint Labs. Are you feeling tired, exhausted, or lethargic and not able to explain why? Fatigue can be caused by a number of things such as lack of sleep, illness, or chronic disease. The ArcPoint Lab Fatigue Panel is designed to help people understand what could be causing their fatigue. Get a simple blood test today by getting started at arcpointlabs.com or call 629-6228. ArcPoint Labs. Accurate, reliable, confidential testing. Visit arcpointlabs.com.
Papa John's just flipped pizza night on its head. This is the new crispy Parm Pizza, and it puts toasted Parmesan where it's never been before, on the bottom. Introducing the crispy Parm Pizza, only from Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Winslow's is now Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room with a brand new look. Fifth Street Hardware also has a new menu and serving lunch and dinner every Tuesday through Sunday and brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. What else is new? Well, they have poker every Tuesday night, Trivia Wednesday with DJ Captain Morgan, and on Friday and Saturday nights they have live music open till 2 a.m. serving light appetizers all night long. New look, new name, same location on Fifth Street. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for more specials. Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Monday, Delcor Players Lounge edition of the show. Josh Gross, coming off a great pitching performance, will join us coming up next hour. Talk to Garrett Saylor, who has put together back-to-back solid midweek performances, and Carter Spivey doing the job on Saturdays, and he joins us now inside the Pirate Radio studios. Carter, great weekend. Sweep, you had a great performance, so everything's going good, right?
Oh, yeah.
Can't complain?
Well, that's right.
Let's talk about back-to-back solid performances by you, and I guess the 101 pitches thrown. That's the most for the year so far?
That is correct. I think it's the most I've ever thrown. I think I got up to 98 last year, I think, at Tulane. So 101's a new career high in pitches.
All right. Does it feel any different to you today? Or
honestly, no. I feel pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Josh says he tends to be, I guess, a little sore the day after, and then 2 days after he kind of feels it more than anything. How about you when you throw that outing? Like, when is it most sore, I guess?
The day after.
After.
Yeah, I'm a little different than most guys. I get the most sore. It's not even just my arm. It's like my whole body. Maybe it's just I'm an old man now, but yeah, usually the day after.
And you guys have one midweek game this week, and it'll be on a Wednesday. You're used to playing Tuesday, so with no game tomorrow, what does the schedule look like for you
We're
guys?
We're going to have a crisp, clean practice tomorrow to get ready for a good game Wednesday.
All right. What's a crisp, clean practice? How long does that last for you guys?
Probably about 2 hours, and just get some work in. Try not to be overly taxing on the bodies, considering we played 10 games the past 2 weeks, but just getting locked in, ready to go for Wednesday.
How about for you specifically, knowing that your number's going to be called again this weekend? So what are you doing this week?
Well, today I played light catch. Tomorrow will be a little heavier intensity catch, and then Wednesday I'll throw a bullpen and kind of repeat that whole cycle and get ready for Saturday.
Well, 2 great outings since we last talked to you, Carter. Let's go back to the previous weekend when you guys faced Liberty, and you pitched game 1 of a doubleheader on that Saturday. 6 innings of work. Just 1 earned, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, a very good number, which we'll talk about as an entire staff. You guys have done a tremendous job these last couple of weeks. But what was working for you through 92 pitches that day? Went through 6 innings. So how about that performance for you?
Yeah, it was a good week, a good performance. But I think the main thing is, like, as a starting pitcher, you're trying to just give your team a chance to win and throw a lot of strikes, get weak contact. You know, strikeouts are obviously a plus, but at the end of the day, it's about getting outs in as few pitches as possible and go as deep in the game as you can.
Yeah, 4 Ks that day in the win, 9 strikeouts against a very good Missouri State hitting team. You go 5 innings, allow 2 earned on just 4 hits, and 9 strikeouts to 2 walks. Another great ratio for you there.
Yep, same thing there. Obviously, Missouri State's a really good team, and just kind of trust the defense, throw strikes, and obviously had good stuff that day and was able to get a little bit more strikeouts.
You want to, I guess, feel the same no matter if you're up there, what the score is, but that was a game where runs were at a premium, so you're trying to keep your team in the game, wait around. You know your offense is going to get there eventually.
For sure.
They do end up winning the game 4-3. And then on Sunday, which there was a lot of runs scored late, but Groves is up there pitching with, say, a 4, 5, 6 run lead. Like, do you change anything when you're up by a lot to when it's scoreless, or is it all the same?
Nah, you got to keep it all the same, because the moment you kind of let the the conditions of the outing dictate how you pitch, that's when you get in trouble. So you got to keep the same mindset, the same mentality on the mound, and just keep throwing strikes, let the defense do their job, and you keep doing yours.
What were you doing well in that 9 strikeout, 2 walk, 5 inning outing on Saturday? What was working for you?
I feel like I did a lot better job of getting strike one, getting ahead early in the count, so that way they're more on the defensive, and then I can get them, off balance with 2 strikes or whatever, and put them away.
What was it like watching your cohorts, Trey Savage and Josh Groves, go to work this weekend? All you guys had stellar starts.
No, it's really fun watching them, and considering, like, I'm the old guy of the staff, so it's kind of like, I don't know how to put that into words, but it's kind of cool watching them go about their business and seeing how much they've matured since they've been here and how much better they've gotten, and we got a really good pitching staff this year, so really pleased with how it's going.
We've talked about your experiences, Carter, and AAC Pitcher of the Year last year, coming off some struggles early in your career, like a lot of guys, but you've gone through it yourself. So what has been that jump? What has Trey Savage done to make that leap from last year to this year, in your opinion?
Well, last year, out of the pen, he kind of relied on really 2 pitches, fastball, curveball, and this offseason he's been working on, expanding his arsenal, and now he's throwing, 4 quality pitches for strikes, and obviously, he throws hard, but it's more so he's got 4 pitches for a strike, and he's really competitive, and, doesn't let hitters beat him. He beats hitters.
We'll talk to Josh Groves later, but I heard him with Coach O yesterday, after the game. I remember against, I think, Georgetown, he said he only had to use 2 pitches. They were working. He just stuck with them. Yesterday, he said he went with 4. He said everything but his slider was really working. How about you, Carter? How many do you got? How many do you rely on? And how about specifically Saturday? What were you throwing?
So I got 4 pitches, and it's kind of interesting. So my arsenal at the beginning of the year is not the same as it is now. Me and AK have been kind of fine-tuning and tweaking some things, trying to get more swings and misses. And I guess Saturday, they have a lot of lefties in their lineup, so we relied a lot on change-ups and cutters to kind of separate the plate. You go cutters in, get on their hands, and then change-ups away if they're off balance. So that was kind of the game plan. And
sounds like it worked for you guys. Great stuff. And then you've got Garrett going midweek with the relievers. And midweeks usually are looked at as, all right, give me 2 or 3 innings here, and we're going to work the bullpen. Garrett's gone, I think, 5+ the last 2 midweeks. That's huge for you guys, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And it's kind of given our bullpen a little bit extra rest, so they're fresher for weekends and whatnot. But it's been huge having him step up and go 5-6 innings for the past 2 weeks.
One thing about this team as a whole, we've seen it with the 2AU and everybody that Cliff can sub in the lineup or in the field, but pitching wise as well right now, and you and Garrett were out of the bullpen a lot last year. Mayhew, didn't know if he was a starter, reliever, whatever. Yeah. I mean, so many different roles. Now you've got so many go-to guys you can count on out of the bullpen, and Wide Lunsford Shankman has been a guy that has been good. You've got Jaden Winter, who hasn't allowed a run so far this year. We know what Brott can do. We know what Young Root can do. Jake Hunter, as we said, coming on during the break, is really coming on. Like, you guys have just a bevy of weapons there.
Yeah, it's definitely the most talented and deep pitching staff we've ever had since I've been here. And it's cool watching it, actually, go out there and happen, right? Because we talk about it all the time, but it doesn't always end up that way for whatever reason. But this year, it's really cool seeing guys step up and take advantage of their opportunities and go out there and shove.
It has been fantastic to watch this season so far. Carter Spivey joining us, and really, you look back to that Duke game. I think we talked to you last time. Just a lot of walks in that game, kind of sloppy. Since then, you guys have given your team a chance to win for the most part. It seems like, and again, I said it with Garrett, but it's very simple. Keep the walks under control. You're going to win or either have a chance to win at the end of the game.
Absolutely. There's a interesting correlation between the amount of walks or hit by pitches given up to runs allowed. So typically it's a 1-to-1 ratio. You walk 4 guys, you're probably going to give up around 4 runs.
Yeah.
So we kind of had a little come to Jesus meeting after the Duke game, and as a pitching staff, we're holding ourselves to a high standard of not allowing more than 4 walks a game.
Carter Spivey joining us. Was at the Friendly Confines, sweeping a series this weekend. Back at a minor league park. You guys are like minor league ball players now. With all these minor league parks, you'll be heading to Fayetteville. Have you ever been to that ballpark?
I have not, actually.
Yeah. Chandler has been. He'll be there this Wednesday. Said it was very nice. And another thing I noted last hour, you guys leave Clark LeClaire. All right, let's get the road warrior mentality going. And then you walk into a stadium, and it's like all ECU fans.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, that's
the best.
Even your true road game at North Carolina was the ECU fans there.
Yep,
so, I guess you can experience that again on Wednesday. And hey, it doesn't change the outcome probably, but does give you guys a little pep, I would imagine.
Absolutely. It's best fan base in college baseball.
Yes, sir.
I'll die by that.
And a big one against Campbell. You owe those guys one, right?
We do. They got us last time. We gotta get them this time.
And gosh, how many times have you played against Campbell in your career now, Carter? I mean, they're on the schedule at least twice every year. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Because I think COVID, we only played them once. So this is probably the 9th time I've played them.
Yeah, and they are a thorn in the side. But not just that, you got to give them respect. They're a top 25 team.
Oh, they're a very talented ball club. And they got good pitching. They got good hitters. It's going to be a really good game.
George Mason coming up this weekend and finally getting closer and closer, Carter, to the conference schedule where you'll be playing conference opponents. And one of the most of all the mind-blowing stats for ECU this run that you guys have been on, making regionals, super regionals, all that, is the record in conference play. And I mean, you're beating some pretty good teams, but just the way you're doing it is phenomenal. And I know you know that's looking ahead, but another conference season coming up. You guys have been so good in conference ball.
Yeah, I mean, it just comes down to showing up to the ballpark every day, ready to play, knowing that we're going to get every team's best shot. With how we performed the last 4 or 5 years, every team's gunning for us. They want to take over our spot, so we got to be able to show up and know that every team's going to be gunning for us, and we got to be able to play our best brand of baseball.
Clip Rock here alongside Carter Spivey, Shirley Rhodes. Chandler got Randolph in YouTube saying good afternoon to us and says, hit those likes, folks. Yeah, we got 28 more people viewing on YouTube than we have likes. So if you liked or enjoyed what Carter Spivey did on Saturday, hit the thumb. I mean, it's as simple as that. I'm not asking you to do much. Just click it.
Just do it for me.
Do it for Carter, man. Do you got something against Carter Spivey? I mean, no. Do it for him. World Baseball Classic going on, Carter, and I got to be honest, I've been in college basketball hibernation the last 4 days, only watching college basketball.
Can't blame you.
So I have not followed this much. I know that Trey Turner hit a monster grand slam the other night. Trey Turner's a great player. I liked having him in my MLB The Show online league a couple years ago.
Sure.
But every team he's played for, I hated. So I have to hate Trey Turner. It started with State.
Yep.
It went to the Nats, Dodgers, and now Phillies.
Yeah.
I hate all those teams. So sorry, Trey Turner. Great guy.
Great ball player.
Thank you for doing that for America, but I still have to hate you, unfortunately.
So once the WBC's over, you're going back to hating him?
I got to. I mean, I'm forced to,
After
unfortunately.
all he's done?
After all, yeah. That's how I treat the American heroes, but yeah,
unbelievable.
That's how it is. I mean, I'd root for Cuba over the Philadelphia Phillies, I can tell you that. So USA is in the championship. They will play either Mexico or Japan coming up Tuesday night. I do plan to watch that one. Have you checked out any of this?
A little bit. I've been following the Team USA stuff, obviously, but I mean, how about that lineup? That's crazy.
Yeah.
You get Betts, Trout, Goldschmidt, Arenado. I mean, that's ridiculous how talented that lineup is, but it just looks like they're having fun, a lot of passion for the game, so I love watching that.
All the way down to Cedric Mullins, who I do like, North Carolina guy playing for the Orioles, who hit a home run last night. And one of my favorite sports highlights ever is Adam Jones robbing the home run.
Yeah.
That is really pretty
cool.
awesome.
I was watching that live, actually.
Oh, wow.
That was really cool. Yeah.
So championship coming up on Fox Sports 1 Tuesday night in Miami. It'll be USA versus either Mexico or Japan. They play tonight, 7 o'clock on FS1. And I wonder the availability of Ohtani in that one for Japan, if he'll be on the mound or just in the lineup.
I wonder if they're saving him for
could be
for the championship.
Could be. That would be fun. Speaking of baseball, saw Burley had a big one the other day, hitting fifth in the lineup for the Cardinals. Had 4 balls that had over 100 miles per hour exit velocity. So he's getting it done, and it's really cool to see.
Absolutely.
Former Pirate.
Played with that guy.
Yeah. Hey, I know that guy. I'm friends with that guy. Yeah, you could say that. A lot of great Pirates. In fact, I saw Bryce Harmon a little before your time, Carter, but former ECU first baseman, who was, speaking of the Phillies, and I didn't tell Bryce that I hated him yesterday. It was good to see him and talk to him. But he was scouting for the Phillies yesterday.
Oh, cool.
Said he was eyeballing the center fielder for Missouri State, who had a good series, and also, obviously, Josh Groves and a bunch of Pirates as well. So, you always got eyeballs on you out there.
All the time. So that's what happens when you play for ECU.
Yeah, that's true. Listen to that, kids. You want eyeballs on you, come here and play baseball. All right, let's we got a little time to get to some viewer questions. So didn't ask this one to Garrett. Jansen asked, and we just had a huge upset in the tournament, Fairleigh Dickinson over Purdue. But how about in all sports, Carter? What is the greatest upset in sports history? What comes to mind for you?
Oh, it's got to be the Miracle on Ice, right? USA over Russia in hockey.
Do you believe in miracles? Yes, the call from Al Michaels.
I feel like that's got to be the first answer, right?
First thing I thought of as well, the Miracle on Ice, which we were not here for, but it happened. All right, let's see. Good question from Gay Stallings. What is your favorite home-cooked meal?
Oh, I mean, you can't go wrong with steak, mashed potatoes, and some sort of veggie.
Classic American. What sort of veggie you going with there? So you got, what'd you say, steak, potatoes, and then another?
Just
you going with
veggie. Could do green beans, asparagus, zucchini, squash. I don't know.
Squash. I used to eat a lot of squash from my grandma's back in the day. How do you like your chicken cooked, fried, baked, or grilled?
Grilled.
All right. I guess that explains the shape you're in, the shape I'm in. Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
Okay. This is a reference to Will Ferrell playing Harry Carey on Saturday Night Live in the 90s. If you were a hot dog and you were starving, would you eat yourself?
I mean, I guess so, right? If that's the only,
you have no other
option,
options.
yeah, might as well, right?
Yeah. I guess where'd you start?
Yeah, that's an impossible question.
Maybe take off a pinky?
I guess.
Like a little
something I don't really need.
Cocktail weenie type thing. All right, let's see. Some questions from last week. I got to ask Groves about that. Chris Cunningham says, why does Groves' flat grill always look like this? Which Garrett said it's a lot cleaner than that. We'll ask Josh Groves.
Yeah, that's a good question for him.
That is a dirty grill.
Yeah.
That was last week when Boneyard Banner was giving advice to players. A lot of that going on. Any good fan advice you've heard this year that you've taken?
Honestly, no.
Okay. If you got any tips for Carter, let him know.
Yeah, let me hear them.
Glad to hear them. Let's see. What's the go-to song on your playlist at the moment?
Ooh, probably it's got to be Morgan Wallen, I guess. Anything from his new album or his previous album, the Dangerous.
He seems to be hot with the youths.
Absolutely.
I hear his name quite a bit.
You know who's a big Morgan Wallen fan? Big Hoove.
Yes, because he said it last week, and I don't know how I even found this, but he has a song about the '98 Braves.
Yep, and his new album. Yeah,
I looked at the lyrics on that and was like, wow, okay, maybe I should at least check out that one because I remember that season. This one got some controversy going last week. Okay. Best player all time in each of the big four pro sports.
I'm assuming that's baseball, basketball, football, and hockey.
Yeah, are you a hockey guy?
I mean, not really.
If not, we'll just say Wayne Gretzky.
But I mean, I could, yeah, I mean, Wayne Gretzky's obviously up there, definitely a GOAT there. Let's see, basketball, probably go LeBron.
Okay.
Football, I'll go Brady.
Yeah.
And then baseball, I mean, there's so many choices. Are we going with roids or no?
That's a great question. I guess you Barry Bonds.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But if we're going without steroids, I mean, you can't argue Babe Ruth. But also, I guess the sleeper would be Willie Mays.
All right, sleeper pick. So there you go. You've got to have the asterisk in those baseball conversations, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
So, but hey, we don't know Babe Ruth wasn't juicing back.
That's fair. That's a very fair statement.
The pictures I've seen did not look like a juicer.
I would assume that he was not, but you never know.
Never know. I never saw a test one way or the other. All right, Campbell coming up midweek, and then George Mason coming to town, and you guys will get the scouting reports on them later in the week, right?
Yep.
You guys don't. I still find it fascinating that you guys don't know much about the opponent like 3 days out, but that's the way it is.
Yeah, we're just kind of focusing on what we're doing.
Yeah,
and then we'll learn what we need to learn when the time comes.
So how much? It was interesting to hear you say that your pitches, what you were kind of going with to start the year, is not the same as it is now. How much tinkering do you do during a season with that stuff? With I don't know, anything with your wind up or anything like that?
Mechanically, no, but obviously with pitching, like the actual pitches themselves, like they can look great in a bullpen, but if they don't really work in game, then you can kind of mess around with some different stuff to figure out what works, and that's kind of what happened here. As we looked at some of the analytics and the numbers and stuff, and obviously just off the game performance, and realized that probably a couple changes needed to be made to get better. And we worked on it for a couple weeks, and obviously you see the last 2 weeks have been a lot better. So I'll just keep grinding in that aspect.
And I tell you, man, I still feel a noticeable difference in the pace of play. And pitchers, you probably like it the way it is now, but I kind of ask you this every week. Do you feel any different up there with the pitch clock, all that stuff, or honestly, like it, dislike it?
No, I mean, I love it. Yeah. I think it's really good for pace of play, and I mean, we're getting games done in 3 hours or less, which is really cool. But I also like it because it makes the hitters uncomfortable. I feel like because we're rushing and we're going, and they kind of got to keep up. So I'm a big fan of it.
Even like announcing the batter, I feel like everything is just sped up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's definitely good for the pitchers, and the way ECU hit this weekend may be good for us as well.
Absolutely.
All right, Carter, thanks for hanging out, man. Enjoyed it. Good luck, and we'll talk to you again in a couple weeks.
Sounds good.
All right, Carter Spivey, East Carolina starter, joining us on the Delcor Players Lounge. If you need help with your heating, cooling, plumbing, whatever you need, you can call 321-8868. Visit DelcorInc.com. The service professionals will take care of you. We'll take a timeout, come back. More to go. Brian Bailey joins us when we return. We'll talk about his trip to Austin over the weekend. Back with you after this.
Every March, Jersey Mike's turns money from subs into charitable donations.
And March 29th is Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving, where 100% of sales are donated to local charities.
And to kick off all that giving, Peter gave me an apron. I'm honored.
Looking good, Danny. We've got subs to make, though.
Yeah. Now I know why you gave me the apron. Join us Wednesday, March 29th for Jersey Mike's Day of Giving. Be a sub above.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Before you hit the road this travel season, be sure to get your tires inspected by the tire guys at Greenville Auto World. The Greenville Auto World service team sells all the top brands and economy tires if you need a new set. Need an oil change, state inspection, or AC repair? Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle, and the monthly oil change special is only $29.99. Make an appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World.
Great. It's 30 degrees in here. This is going to be a cold night.
No one's coming out this late.
I'm on firewood.
Dad! I'll put hot coals in our socks for bedtime. Mom!
Hi, I'm from Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Got an email about your heat being out?
That was me. I sent it from my phone.
I think your socks are on fire.
Call Delcor today to get a new system installed for less than $100 a month. Offer expires soon. Go to DelcorInc.com. Monthly fee based on new system financing is 9.9% APR for 120 months. Call Delcor for details.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Spring merchandise is arriving daily and we need to make room. Hey Pirate fans, it's Russell with Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Rhonda is taking markdowns of 75% on all remaining winter merchandise for men and women. This is our biggest sale of the year, so don't miss out. Outerwear, sportswear, dresses, and tops, all at 75% off. This is your opportunity to view all the new spring goodies and save a bunch on sale merchandise. Shop the biggest sale of the year now going on at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington.
Go Pirates!
This is Coach Donnie Kirkpatrick, offense coordinator for ECU football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about the current real estate market? Or do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott has the answers. Call Scott Harris today at 347-1857. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Monday. Spring football going on. Pro Day coming up later on this month. So a lot going on here as we get towards the end of March. And, of course, you've got the March Madness. You've got ECU baseball. We get a Pirates softball and lacrosse update. Chandler and I started the LAX chant the other night on during the watch along, so we'll do a little LAX update for you as well. All right, do we have BB? We got BB on the Pirate Radio Live line. Brian Bailey joining us here today on Pirate Radio Live. Brian, how you doing, man?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm good. How was the trip to Austin, Texas for a little ECU women's basketball NCAA tournament action?
Well, I think it was exciting for everyone involved. I mean, it was the first time since 2007 the Pirates were in the tournament, and I think they really enjoyed the atmosphere there. You know, and I've always enjoyed covering teams in the NCAAs because the day before you have the practice day, and each team goes on the floor in front of the cameras and stuff, and then they have the press conferences and all that, and it's you know, it's kind of builds to the excitement. But I had a good time. I enjoyed it, and you know, I'm sure the ladies wish they had played a little better, but that was a big Texas team they were facing, and a team that, you know, Big 12 champions, and they were really good. And like Kim McNeil said afterwards, she said, we kind of, you know, figured out now what we have to get to. You know, we got a ways to go, but they had a great season.
Yeah, oh, no doubt. Not taking anything away from the season they had and winning the tournament in Texas, in Fort Worth. But, man, you mentioned Texas' size. They dominated the paint. They dominated the glass. And then the bad part is, too, Bailey, they were one of the sweetest shooting teams from outside I have seen on a court this year. If they weren't hitting inside, they were hitting their three-pointers.
Yeah, and they had a real big home crowd behind them. And so they had just about every advantage you could have. And that's what happens when you're a 4 seed and you get to play a 13 seed. But, you know, I thought the Pirates hung with them in the first quarter. I think they were down 8, I think, at the end of 1. But, you know, I thought they weathered the storm at first. But then after that, it was just they would bang it inside and they would throw it outside. And the Pirates were getting pretty much one shot. And if it didn't go in, you know, Texas would get the rebound. And they had some good players on that Texas team.
No doubt about that. Brian Bailey joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Now back in Greenville, he hosted his second chance with the Sweet 16 earlier today on the Brian Bailey Show, and a lot of folks need a second chance. I'm in first place in the Pirate Radio bracket standings, Bailey. My right side of the bracket didn't need a second chance at all. The left side, just like everybody, needs a second chance because we saw some wild results in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny because when you fill it out and you're trying to, you know you can't go chalk because that never happens, even close. But you pick all these weird upsets, and you know the ones that win the pools are the ones that pick the weird upsets and get them right, and the ones that don't win the pools pick the weird upsets that don't materialize. But you know that's why CBS pays all that money for the tournament. I mean, they got some great games, some end of games that were just fun to watch, and it was just it's always just memorable to watch the games. I said this afternoon on my show, but the Virginia game, I was on the plane going to Austin. As soon as we landed, I was hitting the button, refresh to see what the score was, and I saw the score, and I thought, man, well, now that happened. And then I was really sick after that.
Just unbelievable. I mean, and that was a weathered veteran senior that made that pass at the end of the game, right?
Yeah. Played more ACC games, I think, than any player in the history.
Wow.
I mean, he was, and as I said, Kihei Clark made the best pass in Virginia basketball history. I think that was against Purdue when they were down 2 and they missed a free throw.
Oh, yeah. And guy made the buzzer beater.
Yeah, he hit it at the buzzer to tie it, and they went to overtime and won. And, without that play, they don't win a national championship. And then, for that to happen to them the other day, but that was, and it was one of many upsets. I mean, good gracious. Somebody check on Coach Steele because Purdue lost.
Yeah, forget about Virginia. They're old news now. Purdue losing to a number 1. Fairleigh Dickinson taking them down, and Purdue has lost to double-digit seeds in 3 straight tournaments, Bailey.
I saw that. That's crazy.
It is. It is wild. Fairleigh Dickinson had FAU on the ropes, and who knows what rosters are going to look like next year. I will point this out, though. They were talking about how FAU is the youngest team left in the NCAA tournament. If they do stick together and the coach and players stay intact, that's going to be like a preseason top 25 team that we'll be seeing in Minji's next year.
Yeah, you're right. And they, what are they, 30-3 or 31-3 now? Something like that?
Yeah, even more than that, 32, 33-3 at this point probably.
There you go, yeah.
With their win. So, going to set up a fun Thursday and Friday. The West is phenomenal. Those games on Thursday, I can't wait for those matchups. I love Arkansas. Had them beating Kansas, and the way they fought back and won. They're finally clicking. They kind of underperformed all year. They take on another team I love, UConn, and how big and physical they are. That is going to be an absolute war coming up, 7:15 on CBS on Thursday. And then after that, I'm calling it more of a finesse war, but Gonzaga, UCLA, they've played some classics in the NCAA tournament. They play another one. Excited about all the games, but if I only could watch those 2, I'd be happy because those 2 games Thursday on CBS are going to be awesome.
Yeah, and after that great weekend of sports with the round of 64, the round of 32, but now you kind of settle in and you get an extra TV in your room. You can watch both games at the same time. They stagger them a little bit, but they'll be great games as we whittle our way down to the Final Four.
Saw somebody say I don't know the word, ironic, crazy, that Miami is holding the ACC banner not in college football like it was designed back when they joined the league, but in college basketball this year, and they were good. They won the regular season, right? And now are the longest lasting team in the NCAA tournament. The way the ACC set it up with Coastal and Atlantic, which that's going away now, I believe, starting next year in football, but they set it up so you could get a Florida State-Miami championship, and it never happened, Bailey. And now you got Miami, who's holding the flag right now in basketball.
And Jim Larinaga, a former Virginia assistant, former assistant under Terry Holland, and he did such a great job with that run that George Mason had that year. Remember that? That was incredible. And then now he's at Miami, and he's had some good teams down there too.
And I like Larinaga. I like his interviews. You could tell the players love him down there, and they got some awesome guards. Isaiah Wong and Pack leading the way for the Hurricanes. So excited for that. Coming up on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can hear the action right here on Pirate Radio. Bailey, while you were traveling and returning home, East Carolina, a ho-hum sweep over a really good offensive team in Missouri State. We're talking to the pitchers today on the Players Lounge. Garrett Saylor, Carter Spivey, talked to those guys. Josh Grove's going to join us coming up in about 20 minutes. Those Pirate pitchers kept those those big bad bear bats quiet this weekend. It was beautiful to see.
It really was, and we had a chance. I had a chance to watch Friday night's game. I was working on my story, so I was watching it then. We got back in town Sunday for the last 3 or 4 innings, I think, when we landed. And then Saturday, I got a chance to watch most of that game. So I had a chance to watch most of them all on ESPN Plus, and you got to love the pitching staff. I mean, talk about a 180 from last year. Last year, they go out and it's like, okay, you start, but we're not expecting a whole lot. And they get 3 outs, 6 outs maybe, and then the bullpen was coming in and cranking there, and they figure out a way to win the game. They win 20 in a row. Well, they won 10 of 11 so far. This is their current streak is 10 of the last 11, I think. But yeah, the starting pitching has just been phenomenal. And as you said, Missouri State has a good hitting team. So that bodes well for the start of the conference season coming up in just a bit.
Hey, it was a good line I heard post-game. I think it was Missouri State came into town with 30 home runs on the year. They leave town with 30 home runs of the year. Didn't have one this weekend. And you're right, last year it was like, all right, C.J. Mayhew, Zach Agnos, even Ryder Giles, get us some innings here, get us out of a jam. This year, a very traditional look for ECU baseball. Actually, you've got your Thursday, Friday, Saturday rotation, and then Garrett Saylor has worked himself into the midweek starter, and he's been going 5 innings midweek, Bailey. It's not your Johnny Holstaff game. You've got a quality midweek guy, so Cliff's got it going there with the pitchers.
And that's one of the big keys, when you play midweek games, you're looking at your fourth or not even your fourth or fifth best pitcher, because you got some of those guys in the mix as far as relievers go and that kind of thing. To have somebody that you can count on to go out there and give you a quality start midweek, that's a big deal.
Pirates got Campbell again in the minor league park in Fayetteville. You going to Fayetteville, Bailey?
I don't think we'll be able to go. What is that, Wednesday night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to go. I think we're planning on getting some highlights, though. We're working on that behind the scenes, but I don't think we'll be able to get down to Fayetteville for that one.
George Mason coming up this weekend at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Also, East Carolina participating in spring football. We'll have some Mike Houston and player comments coming up later on in the show, Bailey, but let's throw a little football into the hoops and baseball mix.
Yeah, and that makes this time of the year so fun because you got football as well, and it's a big spring for those guys, especially on offense. I mean, they got a lot of newcomers led by Mason Garcia. They got to see, if he's going to be the man, if he can handle it, if he can do it, and I'm hoping he can. But they've got a lot to work on, especially on the offensive side.
And I hear and read that he just makes tremendous throws. I haven't seen it much with my own eyes, but just from a talent standpoint, what he can do, his arm, we've seen him impressed with his legs during games for the few chances he's had to get out there. So he's got all the tools. Can he put it all together? And who are the main weapons on offense right now? Jalen Johnson is kind of your standby receiver from last year's productivity, but also Shane Calhoun at tight end. And who's going to step up? Who's going to be the guy we don't know a lot about right now that steps up? You just got a ton of questions on that offensive side.
Yeah, and then you're going to go through a situation with the transfer portal. Guys, that's going to be a fluid situation up until August. So you got to keep your eye on that one as well. But they do.
Yeah, this time last year we didn't have Isaiah Winstead, did we? He was post spring, I believe.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So maybe they can pop in a couple like that.
And speaking of Isaiah Winstead, Pro Day coming up soon as well, and we'll see a lot of those guys back in town for ECU Football Pro Day. A lot going on. Great time of the sports year. Anything else, Bailey, you guys are covering on NCT?
I got back to work today. I'm thinking, what do we got this week? What's going on? My head was in Austin, so we're just trying to figure it out, trying to get baseball, and we got the basketball games coming up later on in the week. So CBS has some of those games. We got a late night Thursday night for the newscast, and Friday, I think they're letting us off early on Friday night, so that's a good thing.
All right, Brian Bailey in the Wild. I left my head in Austin. If that's not a country song, it certainly could be one.
I was trying to find, Blake Shelton has a song, If This Is Austin, and I was trying to find a shirt that said that to give to Bella, but I never could find it.
I'm sure she's disappointed in that. But she got to see him in concert, so all is well, right, Bailey?
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
BB, thanks for joining us, man.
All right, man. Take care.
There is Brian Bailey joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll make you a winner coming up in hour number 3. Open up the booty bag. Also, Josh Groves will join us. We still got some ECU football audio to get to as well. If you have a question for Josh Groves or pitching advice, I'm sure he'd love to hear it. You can drop that on Facebook and YouTube. Shirley, Steve Hill was on one early in the show, so we'll do just kind of a quick warm-up when we return. He's got a lot of sound effects he wants to hear, so get ready for that. All right, we'll be back with you to wrap up hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live after this.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. Jeff, what can you do for people looking for a new vehicle in 2023?
We can show the people the #1 selling car in the region, the Buick Encore, the Encore GX, the Envision, and the Buick Enclave. We've also got Cadillac dominating the market with the XT4, XT5, and XT6, and we continue to get new GMC Sierra trucks in daily. Please come see us at 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Did you know that it's illegal to dig without first calling 811? 811 is a free program that locates underground utilities, marking them with flags and paint lines so you know where not to dig. Accidentally digging into utility lines interrupts service and could seriously hurt you or someone else. If you know someone who's planning to dig, encourage them to call 811 at least 3 full working days before they dig. 811 is free, it's safe, and it's the law. This message is brought to you by Greenville Utilities and this station.
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. UniversitySportswearENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, UniversitySportswearENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit UniversitySportswearENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. UniversitySportswearENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Hi, this is Brian Meador from East Carolina Athletics. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at UniversitySportswearENC.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU home services partner. Call them today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Monday. Players Lounge, Delcor rolling on as Josh Groves will join us coming up in hour 3. If you got a question, you can drop it on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, excuse me.
We go beyond the call.
You'll be on the call. Chandler and I had fun Saturday night here pulling for the Pirates on our watch along, thanks to Wings Over Greenville for the late night grub. Try their new garlic parm.
Chicken parm.
Chicken parm.
Chicken is a chicken
tender
parm,
sandwiches.
Yeah, chicken parm tender sandwiches. It's a chicken strip, mozzarella cheese, marinara sauce, and it's basically like in a garlic toast.
Yeah.
Bun.
They were really good.
Really, really good.
We were here. Shirley, where were you?
Studying the back of my eyelids.
So that's what I figured. Chandler did get a little worried because he texted you and didn't get a reply.
Yeah.
But I was like,
it was weird.
Shirley is, I think, a pretty good sleeper. So I figured after a long day, you had, did you have ECU softball?
Yeah, I had 3 games to do PA for ECU softball, so I didn't get done until probably sometime around the 6 o'clock hour, and I had a really bad headache, and I came home and I took some ibuprofen, and it was not taking the edge off. And usually when that happens, the only thing I can do is basically sleep it off. So I was going to take a short nap and then get up and get ready to come out here to do the watch along with you guys. And I laid down and I woke up at 2:30 Sunday morning. And when I rolled over and grabbed my phone to see what time it was, I also saw Chandler's text message, which was, "I thought you were coming. Are you okay?" And I ended up texting him back because I thought maybe he was still up. And so I texted back. I was like, "Dude, I am really sorry. I literally laid down to take a quick nap and just never woke back up."
I think if you were here, you probably would have given the Pirates energy enough to score those 2 points that we needed. Although, we got to talk about this too. Which, real quick, before I move on from softball, Pirates softball goes 2-2 over the weekend. Beat Cleveland State and Presbyterian, lost 2 to Ohio State. Here's a factoid for the 20-9 Pirates. They have not had a losing weekend all season.
That's awesome.
They've gone at least 500 every weekend.
Do me a favor.
20-9 on the year.
Give me a wink.
All right, there's a wink. So if you were watching our live watch-along, we called our friend Mark Oresco.
Mark?
Yeah.
Mark.
Okay.
Mark is his name. He lives right there on the North Carolina-Virginia state line. We asked him to place a live wager for us up there in Virginia for ECU plus 37.5. And it was couldn't get it in at first. He then got it in for us. He got it in for me. But then I look at my phone last night and see a text from Chandler. And Chandler, I did not find this as funny as you did because it did not help me at all. But Mark actually put in Texas minus 37.5. Now, you claim this was an accident.
Yes. I mean, that's what Mark said. I said, Mark, what in the world? I said, where's the money that I should have lost? I said, wait a minute, let me go to my history, Mark. And I went and I saw win. I was like, wait a minute. And then it said Texas minus 37.5. I said, Mark.
No wonder I didn't get that cover the other night.
I said, Mark. I said, dude, you made a mistake. I said, there's bad news. Good news and bad news, Mark. He said, what is it?
What's the issue? Give me the news.
And I said, Mark, bad news, you made a mistake. You put in the wrong bet that I wanted.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry about that.
And I said, good news, it was on the winning side of things. You accidentally put minus 37.5 for Texas.
You're welcome. Your what do you call me? Your in-between fee just went up. You owe me more of a percentage now. So you got the win the other night, and I took home 2 losses.
Yes. I went home so sick after an East Carolina loss and a betting loss.
To be fair, I gave you a couple of losses. You gave me a loss, Tennessee. They did not cover against Louisiana. What was the other losses you gave me?
Maybe that was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Because you had Duke, I had Oral Roberts. You won that one.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Well, good for you. Accidental win is got to be a good feeling.
Yes, it is.
How about people that had Gonzaga -4 last night, and TCU hits that 3 with 0.6 seconds, where they roll the ball all the way across half court, 0.6 seconds left to go. Dude picks it up, drains it to change a lot of money. And some people are doing squares, Chandler. We got a friend. I don't want to say his name on the radio, but let's call him Billy Strawberry.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Billy Strawberry is in a squares pool for the NCAA tournament. So every game is on the line, basically. His numbers are winning team has to end in a 4, losing team ends in 1. If that happens, he wins square and wins a little cash.
Cash.
Last night,
cash, homie.
Game's over, basically. Gonzaga hits the free throws to give them 84. TCU once again rolls the ball all the way down the court, picks it up beyond half court, hits the 3 to give them 81 points. Your final 84-81.
Wow.
Billy Strawberry won a square on that shot.
Wow.
That's why sports are great, folks. Reasons like that.
This is why it's special.
This is why we do what we do. All right, let's take a break. We'll return hour 3, Pirate Radio Live. Josh Groves will join us inside the Pirate Radio studios. If you have a question or comment, you can drop it on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, after this.
Cornrod hit left there. The Braves are going to tie it. Here comes Thompson. Tie game. Murphy with a single to left.
Hey, sports fans, one of the most beloved athletes ever to play for the Atlanta Braves, Dale Murphy, is coming to Greenville on Sunday, April 2nd. Table sponsorship and ticket information to a dinner with Dale Murphy is available now at pr927fm.com. Don't miss your chance to meet a living legend and hear Dale Murphy talk about his career, leadership, resilience, integrity, and more. It's a dinner with Dale Murphy, Sunday, April 2nd. Details available now at pr927fm.com.
This is Dr. Christopher McDowell from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's time for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experience and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Saturday, April 8th, the NC Strut Masters Championship is back, presented by Leopold and coming back to Farmville. Turkey hunters from all over the country are headed east to put their skills to the test, and the top scoring birds will win big cash prizes up to $30,000. Plus live performances by Nate Hosey and the Carolina Treat Band. A weigh-in will be held at R.A. Wood Farms, 39 Vanderford Thomas Road in Farmville, North Carolina. Registration is now open for two-man teams at ncstrutmasters.com. Brought to you by Sam Jones Barbecue, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine, Mossy Oak, Spring Hill Outfitters, Carolina Caliber, Mossberg, Doug Henry of Farmville, and Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Deadline to register is April 3rd, or the first 165 teams. And we'll see you there for the NC Strut Masters Championship.
It's time for a March Madness update. It's been a wild ride so far, including just the second ever 16 seed to beat a 1 seed. And just 2 top seeds still alive in the bracket. Both advancing 1 seeds will play on Friday. Alabama and Louisville for South Region action against 5th seeded San Diego State. And Houston and Kansas City for a battle with the Midwest 5 seed, Miami Hurricane. Hear Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA tournament right here.
Do you have taxiety? That nervous feeling when you realize it's tax time again, but you don't know how much it could cost you? Don't wait until the last minute to file. Liberty Tax will help you get your maximum refund at our lowest possible price. Our professional services start at just $69. Start your taxes today online at libertytax.com or schedule an in-person appointment with one of our local tax offices. Offer ends April 18th, 2023. Valid at participating locations. Terms and conditions apply. See website or office for details.
Familia is your go-to spot for the best Italian dishes around, including pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts.
That's Familia.
Enjoy half-off wine night on Wednesdays, $3 drafts on Thursdays, or get a pizza of the week for just $12.
That's Familia.
Place your order online or call 689-6330, and Familia will have your order ready in their drive-thru window for pickup.
That's Familia.
Clip, really?
Oh, sorry.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Pitt Community College.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. They have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. And they will buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Delcor Players Lounge Monday. Already talked to Carter Spivey and Garrett Saylor. Hour 3, we talked to Josh Gross, who joins us here in the Pirate Radio studios. Josh, great performance yesterday. Sweep over Missouri State. Everything good your way?
Yeah, everything's good.
I got a small complaint.
Okay.
So I came out of my 4-day college basketball hibernation to go out to the park yesterday. Only game I PA'd all weekend. And I was ready to see the chicken man himself, Josh Gross, throw another 10 strikeout performance. I get to do the epic KFC read and give everybody their free chicken leg. Only 5 strikeouts yesterday. I say this jokingly. I heard you and Coach O after the game talking about the light contact you forced yesterday, how you were commanding the zone and everything was working. But what a performance, 7 2/3. I know you wanted to get that 8.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite get there. 108 pitches thrown. But that was, they announced in the press box yesterday, Josh, your longest performance in your ECU career. So 7 2/3 of work. Masterful yesterday, just 3 hits. How'd you feel out there?
I felt good. I felt really good. And, I think the soft contact and the low strikeouts helped my pitch count. But the walks obviously didn't help with the pitch count. But if I went 8, I was pretty confident I was going to go back out for 9, just try and do a complete game. But I was pretty. I wouldn't say upset, but kind of just bummed I couldn't finish out that 8th inning.
So 5 walks, but 2 of those came in that 8th inning, right?
Yeah.
And if you could have just got through that, might have could have gone the distance. But so just 3 walks through 7 innings. That's a good number. You'll live with that, right?
Yeah. All year the walks have been kind of high, but obviously for me, I guess 3 through 7 would be really, really good. But 5 is just actually AK was joking around when I came out of the game. He came over and he said, "Congratulations, Josh, on tying your career high with walks." So, thanks, Coach. That really makes me happy.
Always a little something there to get better at. So you go, and this is stuff I think about. I guess I have a glass half empty sports perspective. It's probably being a Washington fan my entire life, and the Commanders/Redskins have hurt me so much.
Right.
But I'm thinking, all right, Missouri State, great offensive team. bats have been cooled off Friday and Saturday. Like, they're due. They're due at least for a home run or something.
Yeah.
No, like, you come out, you shut them down too. Like, are you thinking about that at all? Like, where's this offense I've been hearing about? Because your pitchers held them down all weekend.
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about that, to be honest with you, because we knew coming into the series that they had a really good offense. I think they led the nation in home runs last year, or were a top 5 team in home runs, and they've had a lot this year. And we knew that their pitching staff was really good too, but. I don't know, Trey set the tone pretty good on Friday, and they didn't scratch really anything off of him. I don't think he gave a run. He might have given up 2 runs. Actually, I can't remember. But Spivey did a great job yesterday, and so my game plan was just to follow the same plan that, the pitching plan that Coach Knight's been putting in play, and clearly it worked pretty well.
Just a tremendous run pitching-wise, and we can go back to the Keith LeClaire Classic Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You go up 4-3 and then 2 in the game you pitched against Georgetown, where you had a great game. And then you go to the Liberty weekend, 2-2-1. The offense for the other team scored. This weekend 0-3-1. So just and I kind of go back to that Duke game again, where the Wogs got out of hand, hit by pitches. Like, since then, you guys have pretty much pitched good enough to win every game to keep you in it until the end.
Yeah, I think that and that Duke game was really just 1 inning. I feel like that's the only really poor inning of pitching we've had as a staff. But yeah, I mean, every game we've played in a lot of 1-run games, at least until we have that 1 inning when we kind of break it open. Yeah. But it seems like for most of the game, it's a 2-0 or 3-1 type of game. And our pitching staff's been great, just keeping it there and letting our hitters, do the rest of the work.
And I asked Carter about this, you're in a tight game pretty much, and then the Pirates do score 3 in the 6th. They get 1 in the 7th, and by the time you're out, 4 more in the 8th, just for good measure. But so you're pitching in high-stress situations. It's a close game. How about if it gets out of hand or whatever? Like, do you feel any different pitching in a 8-0 game than you do a 1-0 game? You know what I'm saying?
Earlier in my career, I would think that you kind of look at that as you kind of take the foot off the gas a little bit. But for me, my mental cue is just to treat every inning like it's a tied game, and so whenever we put up the 3 and the 6, I mean, I don't really pay attention a lot to the offense when I'm in the dugout, because my mind's just focused on doing my job the next inning.
I heard you after the game with Coach O yesterday. You said, I think it was the Georgetown game I go back to, where you said, really, you only needed 2 of your pitches. It was working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You were just going with that. You said yesterday you were mixing more in. I believe you said you wish your slider was a little more effective. But outside of that, were you working everything yesterday?
Yeah, and I think that's because Coach Knight does a great job of doing his scouting reports, and they're a really good offensive team, and they're well coached. So it's not like they're up there with no plan. So I think the more, whenever a situation comes where you need to throw a different pitch, it's good to have those other 2 in your back pocket. But all weekend, I mean, if you look at like the tendencies of like what Trey, like last week, Trey threw like 50 cutters in his outing, and he threw maybe 15 on Friday night. And I didn't throw really any curveballs or changeups in the last 2 weeks, and I threw probably 20% of those yesterday. So just good at mixing it up and not letting a certain team get a, kind of pick you apart easily.
And you get credit for that, and you give Austin Knight credit for that as well with the scout. How about Carter Spivey said his pitches he's throwing now are different. The plan's a little different than it was going into the year. How about for you? Have you kind of stuck with what you had going into the year? Have you changed anything at all?
The plan for me going into the year, and really going into last summer and in the fall, was just to continue to develop those other 2 pitches, because I think I've always had a good fastball, a good slider, but for me to be a good starting pitcher, the goal was to really develop that curveball and changeup. And the changeup has been doing a lot better, and continuing just to work on those other 2 pitches. I think that my pitches haven't changed, but my efficiency of them has gotten better.
So, from my little baseball understanding, the changeup is designed to look like it's a fastball coming, but come at a different speed. Does it do anything?
Yeah.
Different?
So, well, my changeup is actually pretty hard. Good, like ideally, you want to have a changeup that's like 8 to 10 miles an hour slower than your fastball, but my changeup has always been more like a sinker just because it's only like 4 miles an hour, 5 miles an hour off my fastball. But what makes it good is that it has that good like kind of arm side down fade to it. But you know, if you throw a good changeup that's got a good speed differential, it can go straight, you can kind of fade off it. Kind of just depends on where you throw it.
Josh Groves joining us. Got a lot of Josh Groves specific questions from listeners we'll get to in a moment. But got a couple here on YouTube. And I'll ask this one because I told you I enjoyed your chat with Brian Bailey from Logan's. You said you'll be out there again tonight for all you Josh Groves fans. Go check him out. But you and Cliff were kind of joking around, I think, that night. But this question is, it says, Coach Godwin doesn't joke or laugh a lot in interviews. Does he do that stuff behind the scenes? He kind of has a dry, sarcastic sense of humor in interviews, which is funny in itself. So how about Cliff behind the scenes? He's very, very serious. Get your work done. We've seen his sense of humor. How about him behind the scenes?
I mean, what you see is what you get with him. I mean, he's a pretty serious guy. I mean, and you know, he has his moments where he can take a little more sarcasm, but I have learned the hard way that you got to pick and choose your moments with him, and it seems like I choose the wrong moments every single time. But no, he's a pretty serious guy. But you do see some flashes with him, you know, of him mixing in some jokes and some humor too.
When he comes in here, I very rarely drop the first joke. I make sure, because I want to feel him out, like, is he ready to joke today? Or are we in a serious deal?
Right.
So if he drops one, I'm like, all right, well, I can go with one. If not, I'll stay straight-laced the whole time. You got to know.
Yeah, that's
got to know your
skill.
audience.
Definitely a skill you got to learn with him that I'm still working on.
All right, let's see. Does the cold weather as of late affect guys' performance pitching or hitting more? How about for you personally?
I don't mind it personally. I think that you know, when you're moving and your body's hot, it's pretty hard to stay cold. And you know, we do a good job of keeping your bodies warm in the dugout, and Womack does a good job of using all of his machines and whatever on you. So I don't think that it's affected anyone on our team or pitchers, regardless, because we've got out there and dominated the last few weekends. So,
yeah.
And I guess this was like the first weekend it's been actually pretty cold. Last week I was pretty cold, but it looks like it should be pretty warm this weekend.
Has Zach Womack's mustache affected his ability at all as a trainer? That thing, I saw a picture of it this weekend.
Yeah.
It's even got curl.
Yeah, he got a little curl to it. I don't know. I think he does a good job with the mustache. You know, he's a good marketer for the mustache march. He might win the actual competition if he was in it.
He's got a shot.
He would have a shot.
The way that thing's going. Also, does the team pay attention to the rankings at all? Can you use it as motivation, or?
You know, I think everyone at this point that's been in this program for a while knows that the rankings don't really matter until June, when you're trying to see who's hosting and who's not hosting. And so, you know, I'm sure everyone on our team has, you know, knows what we are ranked, but I don't think it affects how we play or how we go about our business.
I can tell you this, Josh specifically doesn't pay attention to the team's record, because he walked in here and said, "What's our record?" So that's a good thing. I did show him, but you just want to worry about the next day and the next team and the next opponent. For ECU, that'll be Campbell coming up on Wednesday. We'll talk more about that the week ahead and get to your questions when we return. More with Josh Groves here on Pirate Radio Live on a Delcor Players Lounge Monday. If you need assistance with HVAC plumbing needs, you can call the service professionals at Delcor, delcorinc.com, or give them a call, 321-8868. More with Josh Groves when we return after this.
Country Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
We have some pretty refreshing news coming to you from Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer. It's called the Essential Collection. It's made with coconut water and real fruit juice, so you know it's always going to have a refreshing, superior taste. Plus, it's only 90 calories and has 0 added sugar. This might just be the most refreshing seltzer yet. Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer Essential Collection. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Greetings, friends of Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. We are currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. If you want to be part of a thriving school system that focuses on educating students, growing our employees, and promoting positive mental and physical health initiatives, we encourage you to become a part of our Pitt County Schools family to help ensure success for the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in Uptown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
This is Zach Agnos, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients in Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Cliff.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Just talking to Josh about the World Baseball Classic, which I have not been following, but I will be on Tuesday night as USA will play the winner of Japan and Mexico in the championship on Tuesday night, 7 o'clock down in Miami. You've been keeping an eye on that, Josh?
Yeah, I have. I watched every game that they've played in.
As I mentioned earlier, Trey Turner, glad what he did for America, but he plays for every team that I hate his entire career, including college. So can't root for the guy. But it is cool to see our best going at it. And I saw somebody say that it kind of reinvigorated them and reminded them of what the All-Star game used to be. Now it's more of an exhibition. I think it's always kind of been an exhibition, but they used to go harder. There's highlights of was it Pete Rose taking a catcher out during the All-Star game and things like that. But this is a really neat event because you can tell the guys aren't there just to be there. They want to win it for their country. So it is pretty cool. And I like seeing the Latin teams and how much energy and passion and that, like, different style of baseball than maybe the Japanese players in America. So it's a lot of fun. I'll check it out tomorrow night on FS1. All right, Josh really buried the lead today. If I did what he did earlier today, I would have led with it. But, all right, so first of all, if you guys throw a shutout, you get a reward. Yeah, what is that reward?
We get pitcher's BP. So today was off day, so after lift, we took pitcher's BP today.
So how many swings do you get?
You kind of eyeball it, but usually we say rounds of 5, but it's really like 10.
Okay.
And you kind of go until people behind you tell you to get out.
All right.
They want to go.
So roughly how many swings did you get today?
I probably took 30 swings today.
And one of those, are we talking jungle, parking lot?
We're talking the trees in left field.
Nice. Yeah. Josh Grove's going yammy today. Hit a dinger in pitcher's BP. And you said there was a lot of balls flying out of the yard.
Yeah. We had Charlie Hodges hit one, Shankman, Danny Beal, Jordan Little. I think Landon Ginn had one. Trey hit a ground rule double, hop over the fence. But a lot of good swings today.
Best.
All right, when we
got
put
our
the
bunch
pitchers
down
in the lineup.
too, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, are we willing to say we have the best hitting pitching staff in America?
Yeah, we can say that.
At least in practice.
Yeah.
So how about this? So you go up, you get in the game, you get a hold of one, and you know it's gone. What are you doing immediately after that?
Well, I would probably throw my bat as far as I could, and then I would probably bear crawl around the bases.
All right, so you're getting ejected. Cliff is suspending you for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But it's all worth it.
It's totally worth it. I'd probably retire.
Just take the jersey off.
Literally tip the cap to the crowd.
I would
done.
touch home plate, just walk out of the stadium and drive home.
Oh, man, that's good stuff. That would be awesome. I hope I'm at that game. Ladies and gentlemen, one final time, Josh Groves as he makes his way through the parking lot with no shirt on. That'd be fantastic. All right, so that's cool. Is that the only reward? So? What other incentives? Like, do you guys get other cool stuff for performing well?
We get an off day on Monday.
All right,
it's always good.
We'll always take that. Speaking of which, you guys have been playing a lot on Tuesday. No Tuesday game tomorrow. So Carter Spivey said, hopefully a nice, clean, swift practice. Is that the plan for Tuesday?
Yeah, probably just a regular practice tomorrow. Nothing crazy, and then we'll get ready for Campbell on Wednesday.
What about you personally? How many tosses you throw, and what are you doing tomorrow? 2 days after.
So I played light catch today, and then I won't touch a baseball tomorrow. I'll lift, and then I'll play catch again on Wednesday, and then I'll throw a bullpen Thursday.
You know, things can change being a part of this program as far as the rotation, heck, the batting order, like everything. Cliff can change it on the drop of a dime. But right now, your Savage, Spivey, Groves has been dominant on the weekends. You've settled into those roles. Are you enjoying that, kind of knowing when your name and number is going to be called every week?
I love it. I think everyone will tell you that when you can kind of plan out your week ahead of time and you're not kind of playing the guessing game, it just makes you feel way more prepared when you finally get to go out and perform, because you feel like you've done everything you could that week and you weren't rushed. You felt like you did it, you prepared every way you could. You practiced, you knew what it was going to look like, and it wasn't like, you go to bed. Last year, sometimes you would get done with the Friday night game, and then at 10 o'clock, coach would tell you you're starting the next day, and you're like, well, I haven't got off a mountain in 2 days. Like, that's okay. But, yeah, it's just nice knowing that you have as much time as you need to get ready.
All right, let's get to some viewer-listener questions. And this one, Tyler says, I thought I saw Gross talking through a pitch on the ESPN Plus broadcast. Does he normally do this?
Yeah, I don't want to look crazy out there, but I do talk to myself pretty much every single pitch.
Like mid-pitch?
Like right before I throw it.
Yeah. Well, I've seen Max Scherzer do that. That guy's an absolute
that guy
freak.
takes it to a different level.
So just, I don't know, calming yourself, giving yourself advice, just chatting it up.
Yeah, just having a conversation,
All right.
Schizophrenia out there.
I'll pay more attention to that next weekend. Let's see. What is the greatest upset in sports history? It's a tough one. But...
probably when the Average Joes beat Globo Gym.
Okay. That was a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off, and it did.
It did.
All right. Favorite movie? I feel like we've asked these, but we'll do it again. Oh, yeah. You're a comedy guy, right?
Yeah.
You weren't Blades of Glory, were you?
That was my favorite sports movie.
Okay, yeah. All right, non-sports movie.
I don't know. I mean, Old School's pretty good. Step Brothers is great. All the Hangovers are unreal. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, those are all pretty solid.
We see the genre that you enjoy. How about TV series? What's your favorite?
There was a show on Amazon Prime called The Terminal List. That was pretty good. It was like only one season. It's pretty new.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The Terminal List.
Okay. I don't think I've seen
it. It's got Chris Pratt. He's like a Navy SEAL, and he tries to... Well, I don't want to ruin it, but it's a good series.
Okay.
I don't really have a favorite TV. I like to watch a lot of TV. I mean, Family Guy is good to just flip on.
Yeah. Do you like those 30-minute comedies, Office, Community?
Yeah, those are funny. Yeah,
just throw one of them on.
Those are the ones you just find on TV, and you like every episode you can watch. It's not like you got to watch them in order or anything like that.
Adam says, with you having a bigger role this season, are you having more fun out there, or is it similar feeling to previous seasons?
I'd say it's pretty similar. I mean, I feel like I contribute more to our team than because you have more opportunities. But I'd say I have a lot of fun.
Johnny says Josh did not receive any third strike favors from behind the plate, but still remained focused. What's your secret?
Well, if you act like you're upset, then Cliff rightfully takes you out of the baseball game. So not getting frustrated, not showing any bad body language, and just making a better pitch, not leaving it up to the umpire, I guess.
Did you see the clip of the umpire ringing up the kid for the final strike of the game?
I did not.
So guy complains about the strike 2 call, very demonstrative, kind of jumps up. You can't do that, shouldn't do that. Next pitch, in the other side of the batter's box in the dirt, ump rings him up just because he showed him up.
Oh, you mean, I thought you meant our game.
No.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
I did see that. I did, yeah.
I mean,
that's
you can't show up an ump, but dude, that's all on the ump.
He should get fired for that.
I believe he did, or at least suspended. So
yeah.
All right. Interesting question earlier from Craig. What charity is most important to you and why? If you make a lot of money in your professional career one way or the other, whatever it is, what charity would you donate to?
Well, the only really charity that I've ever been around is the Semper Fi Fund. And they're a nonprofit through the Marine Corps, and they just do a lot of work for families and dependents and scholarship funds and that kind of stuff like that.
Great. All right. Good answer. Let's see what else we got. We had a lot of Josh Gross. So this is going back to last week. This was a question this is from Chris Cunningham. Question for Josh Moylan. Why does Josh Gross's flat grill always look like this? Now, Garrett Saylor said earlier, this is inaccurate. Your grill stays relatively clean.
Oh, yeah, that is very inaccurate.
Okay. So you keep
my
a
grill
clean
is
grill?
spotless, yes.
Spotless, he says.
I would lick my grill, and it would be amazing.
I heard some salmon went on that grill recently. What's your favorite thing to grill?
I don't know, it's probably steaks, ribeye. But yeah, salmon's really good on there. Chicken's good. Me and Sailor grill out a lot. We grill out probably at least once a week.
Another question from Chris, who I'm assuming has some relation to
That's Carter's dad.
Okay. Yeah. He says, "What's going on with Josh here in that photo?"
Well, we just walked off. Starling just walked off on Saturday, and clearly really excited.
Yeah.
So.
Pumped up.
Yeah.
Ready to go. Another walk-off for when you're down by 1 in the 9th, do you just go ahead and grab the Gatorade bottle like we're about to walk?
Well, that's actually funny you say that, because whenever we got the first 2 guys on and no outs, I went over and grabbed a water bottle. I filled it up all the way first and then grabbed it, and I'm just holding it.
Yeah, to some, that would be a jinx. For this team, no. I mean, they're going to do it. They're going to get the win. How do you like your chicken, Josh? Fried, baked, or grilled?
I like it grilled.
All right. Gay Stallings asks, what's your favorite home-cooked meal? Which you're doing a lot of home cooking now, but how about like when you're with your folks or growing up?
I don't know. My dad and both my parents cooked basically every meal growing up. But I like salmon. My dad does a good salmon on the grill. He does a good steak. Mom makes good lasagna. I don't have one particular favorite.
So I need to get into the more of a fish healthy eating. Give me a good salmon recipe. Like, what do you do with your salmon? What do you put on it?
Usually put like a little bit of olive oil on it, and then some salt and pepper, some lemon juice, or you can put any kind of rub you want on salmon.
What's the side you like with it?
Like rice and some broccoli or something like that.
I'll look into that. Need to do that. Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
Okay. If you were a hot dog and you were starving, would you eat yourself?
How would you do that?
Now, I guess there's a lot of questions about this scenario.
Are you the bun too? Because is that already a thing?
If so, would you start there?
I feel like you already do eat yourself because you're in, you're in
it. Now, my brain's in a pretzel. I don't know. If my brain was a pretzel, would you eat it?
I guess you would have to.
Yeah, you're starving.
Yeah.
I mean, last resort. Go for it. What would you eat first?
If I was a hot dog? Or like me?
All right.
If I was starving.
You yourself are a hot dog.
Okay.
But you have the same body parts. What would you
have
eat
like
first?
Limbs. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably toes. So you can still have feet. And then you might need your hands at some point. So
good answer.
Yeah.
All right. Good answer. What's your go-to song on your playlist?
I don't know. I kind of just hit shuffle on the playlist.
You're into comedic movies and TV shows. How about comedic music? Like Tenacious D or Lonely Island? Yeah, there's some
comedic music.
You ever heard of Tenacious D? Jack Black's band?
I've heard of Jack Black.
Yeah, you should check out some Tenacious D.
Oh, you mean the show, the movie?
Well, there was a movie and a show.
The movie.
Yeah. They have a whole, they play real music.
I like country music, and that's pretty much it. Well, I like some, I guess it's called EDM.
Okay.
Those are always good, like in the locker room and stuff like that.
All right, best pro player of all time in each of the big 4 pro sports. So first of all, are you a hockey guy at all?
I like to watch hockey, but I don't really follow it. Like if it's on, like going to hockey games are fun, but I mean, obviously, I feel like Wayne Gretzky is the best.
Yeah, gotta say him. Moylan went with Ovechkin just because he's a DMV
I do
guy.
Like the Caps. Yeah, Ovechkin will probably be up there too. Wait, so what are the big 4? Baseball, football, basketball, and
hockey.
Hockey,
yep.
Okay. Baseball, I feel like Mike Trout. He's probably gonna end up there. Football.
Can Mike Trout do something in the postseason? That's gonna be his thing.
I don't know.
He's got to get there and win some postseason.
I'm the wrong team for that.
Yep.
But,
all right. Football and hoops.
Football. Well, hoops, Michael Jordan, and then football. I don't know. I mean, the greatest quarterback of all time is probably Tom Brady.
Yeah. How about non-QB?
The greatest running back of all time is probably Emmitt Smith. I know. You're not a Cowboys. I'm not either. But
no, but and this maybe I am biased, but he ran behind the greatest O-line ever. Barry Sanders, I feel like did more than Emmitt Smith. But this is your decision. Why am I talking? Emmitt Smith is his answer. Most touchdowns, most everything. Emmitt Smith. Scott says barbecue or ham.
How are those related?
I don't know. This is his question. I mean, they're both pork. Which one are you taking?
Ham. Like a ham sandwich or a barbecue plate of food.
I don't know. I'm not Scott. You're going ham?
Yeah.
All right. He's a ham man, just like Tony Collins. All right. There's, I think that's it for the.
I'm a ham man.
Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it. All right. So, Josh Groves coming up. You've got Campbell. You owe those guys one.
Yep.
Great team.
They are a very good team.
Top 20, top 25 team.
I think they're like 18th right now or something like that.
George Mason coming up this weekend. You ever been to that park in Fayetteville?
Nope, I've never been to it.
All right.
I've never been to any of the minor league parks in North Carolina.
Well, now you have. Yeah. We're traveling to all of them just about. You're supposed to play a game in Granger Stadium a couple years ago.
We're playing one game at the Tide Stadium in Norfolk, which is like 20 minutes from my house. I've been there a few times.
You are playing one?
Yeah, we're playing ODU there.
Oh, nice.
In May.
All right,
May
cool.
6th, I think, or 8th.
I could be wrong, but aren't y'all going to Charlotte and playing in the ballpark down there?
in the Knight Stadium.
In downtown?
Yeah.
Which,
Against Charlotte?
Now, that view from behind home plate of the skyline is just beautiful.
Is it sweet?
Yeah.
The minor league park we played Queens in was really cool. I thought that was a cool park.
Yeah, you guys have had some cool venues this year so far, and still a couple to go. Josh, thanks for hanging out, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Keep up the awesome work. Josh Groves joining us here on Pirate Radio Live. Let's take a break. You want to do a giveaway now or after the segment, Shirley? Make the call, Coach. All right, the call has been made.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, 317-1250. Shirley, what are we giving away today?
How about a $15 gift card to Wings Over Greenville?
Man, Wings Over Greenville hooked us up late Saturday night while we were watching ECU women take on Texas. Try the new chicken parm tender sandwiches. We tried some of those. They were phenomenal. You can get them at Wings Over Greenville. What call are you looking for, Shirley?
12.
Caller 12, 317-1250. We're back with more after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates. They're open every day and have live music every night, along with 18 big screen TVs to watch all your favorite sporting events. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesdays, it's line dancing. Thursday night is the dance party with DJ Kid Scene. And live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for more information on scheduled events. And we'll see you at the Buck.
Hey, O's fans, don't miss out on any of this year's Orioles action by locking in a 2023 Birdland membership. Buy now and receive an exclusive members-only Adley Rutschman Celebration bobblehead with the purchase of any membership plan. Choose from a variety of membership options, including the all-new Flex membership, giving you the ultimate flexibility to pick the games and seats you want when you want. Catch all of the fun at Oriole Park. Buy your membership today at Orioles.com/membership.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Spring merchandise is arriving daily and we need to make room. Hey Pirate fans, it's Russell with Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Rhonda is taking markdowns of 75% on all remaining winter merchandise for men and women. This is our biggest sale of the year, so don't miss out. Outerwear, sportswear, dresses, and tops, all at 75% off. This is your opportunity to view all the new spring goodies and save a bunch on sale merchandise. Shop the biggest sale of the year now going on at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington.
Go Pirates!
Get lucky this month at your CBD store. Make them your go-to shop for all natural sleep, calm, recovery, and wellness products. Our trusted products are award-winning, third-party tested, and only available at your CBD store. New gifts and accessories are also in stock. Stop by and take a look. Get $10 off any purchase over $65. Just mention the code GETLUCKY10. So get lucky this month at your CBD store. Open 7 days a week. Call ahead for pickup at 999-5127. Your CBD store, 420 East Arlington Boulevard, beside Duck Donuts.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
Familia is your go-to spot for the best Italian dishes around, including pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts.
That's Familia.
Enjoy half-off wine night on Wednesdays, $3 drafts on Thursdays, or get a pizza of the week for just $12.
That's Familia.
Place your order online or call 689-6330, and Familia will have your order ready in their drive-thru window for pickup.
That's Familia.
Clip, really?
Oh, sorry.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Pitt Community College.
This is Jacob Jenkins Cowart, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. To get the business services that are right for your business today, contact the team of experienced local bankers at First Bank. The team includes bankers you can trust like Ashley Capps, Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. First Bank, together with their customers, they're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. And congratulations to Brittany Gentry of Grimesland. Picked up a $15 gift card to Wings Over Greenville. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over has you covered with no third party needed. They have their own in-house delivery service, and be sure to try the all-new tender sandwiches by ordering ahead on the Wings Over mobile app. They are open till 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays, so they have everything to cure those late-night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville, they deliver. Now back to PRL. Here's Clip.
Sorry, Shirley, but Mike Patrick taking over for Clip Rock for a moment here. What was the name of the person that won the giveaway today?
That would be Brittany Gentry.
What is Brittany doing with her life?
I have an important question. Go ahead. What is Brittany doing with her life? Who? Brittany. Brittany who? Spears.
Gentry. Spears. We finally found out what Brittany is doing with her life. She's listening to Pirate Radio, calling in, being a winner on the booty bag to Wing Over Greenville.
Wow. Holy cow.
Mike Patrick, one of the GOATs.
Is he
Jonathan
still doing
Williams.
anything now?
No, I hadn't heard Mike Patrick in a while. Is he, he's still with us, correct?
I think so.
I was thinking he was dead, but that's Ron Franklin.
Okay. Yeah, he is 78 years old. Wow.
Oh, wow. Holy cow.
Went to George Washington. And he began in 1982 at ESPN.
Holy cow.
I remember him as part of the three-man booth. 87 to 05, he was there as the team on Sunday Night Football. So there you go. All right, we will now talk a little football. We enjoyed our time on the Players Lounge today with Garrett Saylor, Carter Spivey, and Josh Groves. Really enjoy watching them play and then being able to come talk to them on Mondays. Next week, we'll hear from Hoove, as well as Josh Moylan and Jacob Jenkins Cowart. Let's hear from Mike Houston now, though, as ECU spring football going on, and he talked to the media after Saturday's practice. Here is Coach Houston.
Obviously, first live contact today, first time in the stadium this spring, so, those two things add a little bit more to practice. Obviously, pretty enthusiastic out here. I think the guys have had a positive start to the spring. There's been some things we've done well. There's been some things that we need to improve on. But, that's what spring practice is for.
First day in pads in the stadium, how much sloppiness was there versus good quality hitting?
Yeah, a little of both. Inside run was really, really good. I mean, it was intense, and it was very physical. And that's what I was talking to him about at the end. That drill is designed for there to be a free hitter on defense. Whoever it is dictated by the play. Because you can say that guy would have made the tackle, you can say that guy would have broken the tackle, but you don't know until you put him in that situation. And so that was a drill where it's highly competitive on the fronts, and then there is a free hitter versus a running back to finish the play. And so you find out a lot about our running backs, you find out a lot about our safeties and our linebackers.
Can you touch on the running back that came over from Georgia Southern?
Yeah, Gerald. I thought he has had a very positive first week. He's kind of a little bit of a proven guy for his career. He's new here, but he's done some positive things down there. And I think he's came in, not said a whole lot, put his head down, worked really, really hard, positive attitude. I thought he did some really good things today.
How was the quarterback play for what you saw?
Well, you saw the play there at the end of the team period right there. So obviously Mason is a very gifted athlete. I thought he had some incredible throws today. Thought he had a couple of good runs. I think he had a very positive start to spring practice. I think Alex has had a very positive week this week also. Raheem's going to be a really good player one day. He has great composure in the huddle. He doesn't get rattled out there, but he's a high school senior in a college football practice, and he's looked like that. So, but certainly excited he's here, and that's a kid that's going to get better every single day.
Coach, that defense out there, the secondary really looks long right now.
Yeah.
Had a lot of length and a lot of speed. How does that play out on the field?
Well, first, you look at our box, and we're returning a ton of experience up front, and I think we're going to be pretty solid in the box. We did not play the pass very well last year. We spent a lot of time in the offseason looking at why. Some was maybe some things that we were doing defensively. Some was personnel, and so we have gotten a lot longer. I think that has been a very positive already so far this spring. The passing lanes were a lot more congested. We have a lot of length at corner, and that's caused some problems already for our offense. That they didn't have to encounter last spring. So I think that's something that's going to help us overall.
Did any position groups or individuals stand out as far as physicality today, bringing it first day in pads?
Well, I think our defensive front is the one that stands out, and they should. Those kids, they all started as freshmen in 2020. We brought in JD to add to that group last year, but those kids have been here playing for 3 years, and they're a veteran group, and they're a tough, freaking hard-nosed group. So that's the bunch that's going to stand out here early in practice.
Can you touch too on just obviously losing Latrell and Chris at the start of spring practice and kind of how you're handling that? I'm sure it wasn't ideal.
No, it's not ideal timing. It's part of it. We've had some success. We did some great things offensively last year in both the run game and the pass game. The NFL's hiring cycle has taken a lot of college coaches this year, and the trickle-down effect has caused the Power Fives to come in and grab two of our coaches. Certainly wish them the best. My focus and concern is our players. The positive thing is, with the success of the program, we're attracting very high-end candidates for those jobs. So we're in the process of going through preliminary interviews right now, and we'll have some more serious interviews in the coming week. We do plan to hire an outside receivers coach probably fairly quickly. So it's not ideal, but it's something that we look forward to being a positive for us because of who we're going to bring in.
Mike Houston there. We will hear from Mason Garcia, Jalen Johnson, and others later on in the week as we continue our spring football coverage. You can watch those videos right now, Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you check out. Now's a great time to be on Pirate Radio TV and be subscribed, because we have our baseball interviews after home games and also our spring football coverage. So you can check it out right there, right now, and listen to it whenever you want to. All right, let's take our final break. We'll come back, get ready to wrap things up here on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We are back with you after this.
Here with Jeff Stahn at Brown & Wood. Jeff, how can you help people with service in 2023?
We continue to offer free pickup and drop off for the customers, and our customers' time is valuable. So we've added 3 additional Express Lube technicians to reduce wait time. That's our #1 goal for 2023. And please don't forget, we service all makes and models. We're voted #1 in Greenville by the customer. Come see us at 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Deep to left field. This should be the ball game. Dale Murphy wins it for Atlanta.
Hey, baseball fans, when's the last time you met a 2-time National League MVP and a 7-time Major League Baseball All-Star? Well, your chance is now, as Pirate Radio is bringing Dale Murphy, legendary Atlanta Brave, to Greenville on Sunday, April 2nd. Table sponsorships and ticket information's online now at pr927fm.com. Don't miss your chance to meet a living legend and hear Dale Murphy talk about his career, leadership, and there'll be a question and answer session. It's Dinner with Dale Murphy, Sunday, April 2nd. Details online now at pr927fm.com.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
This is Talbot Green, and I'm excited to announce our new partnership with Integrity Home Mortgage. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans, plus construction and lot loans. Our Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offer over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir, in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is equal housing lender in MLS 208516.
If you wake up in the morning with a backache, feeling more tired than you did when you went to bed, you probably need a new mattress. And the best place to get that mattress is Factory Mattress. Hi, I'm Kirk Smith, General Manager. For more than 40 years, Factory Mattress has been Greenville and Wilson's local mattress dealer. We guarantee the lowest price on the area's best selection with over 50 models to choose from. No seconds or overruns. Factory Mattress offers only first quality direct from the manufacturer. Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. The most highly trained sales associates with over 60 years of combined experience. Same as cash financing with 0 interest up to 48 months and free local delivery. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. So sleep better knowing you saved money at Factory Mattress, locally owned on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville, on Forest Hills Road in Wilson, on the web at factorymattressusa.com, and a proud member of Pirates Supporting Pirates.
Chico's in downtown Greenville is celebrating 40 years of business all month long in March with a special anniversary menu. Grab your amigos and enjoy blasts from the past menu favorites like Cancun oysters, chili dog, costillas, and chili rellenos. The celebration doesn't stop with your favorite Mexican food. Drop in for one of those famous Chico's margaritas in the bar or outside on the patio. Hurry in, the celebration menu ends March 31st. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro. We are the professional office systems people.
Pirate Radio.
We're going to be bigger, faster, stronger, and older. That's always a good combination.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
All right, it was a good day for the stock market today. The Dow closed up 382 points at 32,244. The Nasdaq was up 45 at 11,675, and the S&P is up 34 at 3,951. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
Man, we've gone on so long and had so many comments that now I can't go back to the top and see all of Steve Hill's comments today. I wanted to do a soundboard test with Shirley Rhodes to wrap up the show. Usually we do it at the top of the show.
Well, usually it's this and then this. And then
two little butt cheeks.
Two little butt cheeks.
Yeah. Swinging dingers, maybe.
Oh, yeah, swinging dingers. And then, that one.
All right.
Yeah.
That was on it.
I think I called,
Put some ranch on it. Nice Starman walk off this weekend. Put some ranch on it was up there.
Oh, put some ranch on it. Okay. Yeah.
Put some ranch on it.
We got a little taco meat on my chest was up there.
Oh, God. Where is that one? I had it. Oh, no. It disappeared. Where'd it go?
Go to, you put it up there. Go to right there.
No.
Got a little taco meat on my chest.
Put it in the other day, I remember.
Yeah, but I had to reboot the program, and I wonder if it disappeared.
Steve is also calling for Go Gator.
Oh, God.
That's an old
Go Gator is somewhere over here.
Go Gator.
Dang it.
Where is it? I got to hear that
Go
before
Gator.
we leave.
There it is, right there.
Oh, yeah.
Got to hear it before.
Go Gator.
Thank you.
I forgot about that one.
Go Gator. Coach Irvin Myers. All right.
Go Gator.
Go Gator.
There you go. Thank you, Steve. Hopefully you're still around to hear that at the end of today's show. All right, coming up. Hey, my guy. Where's Dawson, my guy? I didn't see Dawson today, my guy.
He usually goes, Clip, my guy.
My guy.
Clip, the bracket god.
Do
not question the bracket god.
That was Glenn Griffin last year after he had a lead after the first couple of rounds. I am in the lead currently by a wide margin.
For now.
Thank you, Chandler. Finally, you said it.
What's that? What did you say?
Congratulations.
Oh.
I'm only up 12 points on you.
How about you do this? If you win that Tiebreakers gift card, can you at least treat me to a meal?
Sure, buddy. I'll get you. You can order off the kids menu.
Oh, no.
What? That's better than nothing. Beggars can't be choosers.
Oh, no, he didn't.
I'll get you a. How about this? How about it? I'll get you something off the kids menu. We'll get you a grilled cheese or something. And a beer.
All right, I'll take that.
You'll be the first person to get the kitty menu and a cold beer to go with it. I'll get you that.
Some apple slices and a cold brew.
And a cold brew, I'll take the mac and cheese with dinosaur chicken fingers and a cold beer.
By the way, I just mentioned apple slices. Free Beer Friday is back this week.
Back, baby. Also coming up later this week, we'll talk to the voice of the Campbell Fighting Camels, Chris Haymeyer. Pete Medhurst, Navy football voice, going to join us as well because Pete is covering a lot of things right now, including the NCAA tournament. We'll ask him about Navy without Ken Niumatalolo, and we'll do all that later this week. Talk to Bryce Harmon. He's going to join us coming up soon. Mike Schwartz next Tuesday. So a lot of your favorite regulars and other guests will be appearing on Pirate Radio Live. We'll be back with you Tuesday, 3 o'clock with an all-new show. For Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt, I'm Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation